Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. I'm having trouble streaming again this evening. We're chilling. Up, shoo, up, shoo, up, whoa, whoa. It's got warm all of a sudden. It's quite chilly. Actually, I've taken my seat on the arm of the sofa. Who's joining me? Well, Jasper's joining me. Hi Jasper. I'm just going to put my feet up. Oh, you wanted to come onto my lap? I'll put my legs up. Okay, I've got some cards. Let's wait to see if any of you want to join or how many of you want to join me this evening. I've got the Tarot to Go cards. I thought I've actually got most of my cards here just in case. And I was giggling to myself because I noticed on the back it said perfect for tarot readers on the run. Keep on running. Just made me chuckle. Oh, it's warm. There's a warm energy in the air. I've got this book that I seem to be carrying around the house, and I don't really have any plans. I brought it downstairs with me the other day. Like I carried it down with some stuff. Hi, Lily. And it was like, why are you carrying this book around with you? And it's see you at the top. Is that where we're going to see you? At the top. The how-to book that gives you a checkup from the neck up to eliminate stinking thinking and avoid hardening of the attitudes. I've not read this book in years. It says, don't miss. Page 15. It's just sitting there on the footstool. It's by Zig Ziglar. Don't miss page 15. Let's go and have a look at page 15. See you at the top. Page 15. Count the squares. Page 15 is the end. Perhaps an unusual way to start a book, but this is an unusual book. It's about you, your family, your future, and how you can get more out of all of them by giving more to each of them. We believe that this is the end, or at least the beginning of the end, of negative thinking, negative action, and negative reaction. The end of defeatism and despondency. The end of settling for less than you deserve to have, not all, and are capable of obtaining. The end of being influenced by little people with little minds thinking little thoughts about the trivia that is the stock and trade of Mr. and Mrs. Mediocrity. In short, it is the end for you of the world's most deadly disease, hardening of the attitudes. Welcome to the richer life. Hi T-Rose, you'd like that book. See you at the top. How you doing, sweetie? It's just turned extremely warm. I thought I'd try and actually keep myself awake. I'm feeling quite weak tonight. A little bit drained. Hey, Lily. Okay. So I thought I'd jump on. Have some time around the Christmas tree. Got to make the most of it. What time is it there, T-Rose, where you are, sweetie? It'll still be quite early. It's not that late here. It's 9 minutes past 9. So I don't know what that book's all about. Well, I do know what that book's all about. Well, no, I can't actually remember what that book's all about. There's so many books I want to reread. Anyway, let's put that down. I'm going to pull some cards because I'm very aware that people will watch this back and after the live. Hi, Melissa. How are you doing, sweetie? It is just after 4 here on the East Coast. Is your sun? What time does the sun set there, Melissa? This feeling that your sun was about to set as a sunny shine shows up. Hi, sunny shine. How are you? I was absolutely fine, and then I've come over quite hot. Well, no, I wasn't absolutely fine. I feel a little tired and a little drained. So I thought I'd jump on. Oh, it's just too hot for a blanket. Let's sort that out in case Jasper wants to go there. I don't know where he's gone. And it was just I went and got the laptop, but we're going live. My day is nearly over. I'm like trying not to go to bed too early. Otherwise, I'll be up at the crack of dawn. Before the crack of dawn. Anyway, so I picked up some tarot cards and then I ended up kind of wheeling in all the cards with me because you just never know what's going to come up. And on the back of this box, Tarot to Go, it says, perfect. Oh, it's back to front. I don't think it is, but not. I don't think you see it back to front. Perfect for tarot readers on the run. It just made me chuckle. Are we running, Divine Feminines? I don't know if we're running. Hello, I have been tired too. I have not been sleeping well. T Rose, I'm good. How are you? It's about one-ish here. Just finished decorating downstairs to Christmas music. That's awesome. It's 111 there. It's 9:11. Sound the alarm. I'm absolutely fine. The truth of the matter is I'm having like just a really heavy period this month, like really heavy. And it just feels like it's draining me a little bit. So, and it's like both of my children have come on as well at the same time. It's normally we're not all three of us normally synced. Two of us are. Me and Emily are normally quite synced with our periods, but it's like all three of us. But I don't know. Megan seems to think I had an extra one last month. I think I'm on early again, but I'm not too sure. So, talk women's talk. Extra iron. Do you like spinach? I do like spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Sending positive vibes. Thank you. I'll be absolutely fine. As I'm sitting here talking about like hot flushes. Jasper, that's my carpet, darling. Okay, Lily's like attacking the stairs and then, oh, they're just about to attack each other. Oh no, she's licking his head. That's so cute. She tries to care for him and then he just kind of grabs her by the neck. She's licking his head. It's just too cute. She tries to care for him. Sisterly love. Interesting, because look what I've done to these cards. We've got the world here. This is so important, guys. This is us in the world here. With the fifth element. And then on the other side, it's the devil. And then we've got all that in between. The devil here. They say for you to live, you need to kind of face evil. Okay, because even and live, same letters, isn't it? But they say for you to have truly have lived, you would have had to have faced the devil and ripped his fucking head off. Really, it's fear. Devil lived. Okay, I'm not sure which way. So we've got the world with the underlying energy, the devil, top of the pack, the world. Cute. I want a traditional deck. I have a tiny travel deck similar to yours. I use it the most. These are okay. These are good if I go out for little walks and like when I used to take you guys with me on my walks and they just kind of go in the pocket. They are good to chuck in the bag as well, the handbag, if you're going somewhere and you know that someone might want a tarot reading. So perfect for tarot readers on the run. So T Rose has been listening to her Christmas music, putting up her Christmas decorations. Awesome. Told Mum I ain't scared today. She's still a bit saucy about that. My DM won't play. The thing is, we're not really scared, are we, anymore? So, I don't really know what to say about that. When you faced your fear, not only when you faced your fear, but when you experience your fear, you kind of get over it, don't you? And then the fear doesn't exist anymore. So for those that still hold that fear, well, it's just kind of coming from their perception, isn't it? It's just how they would feel regarding the situation. And what's going on here? Only we can deal with our fears, can't we? Just having a look at what's going on this little table here. You're on a higher tier, by the way. It's a nest of tables. So you're on a higher level, and see you at the top. And then the next level down on this table is the 9 of rods, the 9 of wands, which is, I can see it's a masculine here who's trying to be spiritually strong. Now, we're speaking about like the band of brothers on his arm. He has 2 of them today. And the thing is, he has 2 children as well. So it looks very much like someone's trying to be spiritually strong for the children. It looks a bit like Jasper and Lily, how Lily was trying to comfort Jasper, being brother and sister. You can see the sister here is trying to comfort this little one, her brother. And it looks like the masculine's really protecting them. Something about fighting for his life for them. They're a reason to live, to fight for life. Someone could be feeling very down today. And then we have a feminine who, she looks upset in bed. I'm not sure who she is. This actually feels like these children, it's their parents. That's what it feels like. It feels like the masculine is trying to be strong. Feels like the feminine here has given up all hope. Hence why the masculine might be trying to be strong for both of these children. Happy you're going to rest well tonight with no monthly Freddy Krueger bugging. Let's hope so. You're talking to me, T-Rose. Freddy Krueger. Gets you in your nightmares, doesn't he? In your dreams, and then he comes to reality. That's what happens. That's not what happens, Lucy. It does. That's what happens in the movie. I remember. I've not watched Freddy Krueger in years, but I remember he gets pulled in to the real world. This could have something to do with our dreams, our dream space, how they're an indicator. Because I'm definitely feeling like we're getting warnings regarding, like premonitions, like we're being warned before. So, and a lot of people that I'm talking to are actually starting to realise, be really careful with what you say because you're manifesting that stuff. So it's like you're bringing your nightmares into the reality. Okay. Do be very careful with your words, guys. Even if you're only joking around. Okay, we've got the surrender card here. Again, this masculine here, I'm just going to use the lights of the Christmas tree. They're not that bright, Lucy, but yeah, by Christmas tree night. I was trying to see if the figures in the background were masculine or feminine. Can we have a look? I'm not sure. Look how he's holding these two swords in the palm of his hand. I don't know if this is a continuation, but this masculine, he's looking really armoured up. Okay, so he stabbed his sword into the ground. He's done with whatever he's doing. Defending himself. Feels like defending himself and his children. Because it feels like the other parent has given up hope. It looks like she's maybe in a state of depression. I was feeling the suicidal because there's a rope. But then I felt like the divine masculine was kind of like, well, so whether or not this one feels a little bit suicidal, like she wants to give it all up, masculine here is like, no, I've got children to live for. So now we have the surrender card. And there's two people in the background, and this masculine's being extremely strong. Whether or not he's just putting on a show, but he's putting on a good front. Five of Swords. Hi, Jonathan. And then we have, feel like the Divine Feminine's energy is coming in here. And the Devil shows up again. Divine Feminine, you're very balanced. So it's definitely a contrast here between, because we got the Devil again. So it's definitely a contrast here between how you balance things out and how you're emotionally stable. So when things get choppy, you don't, go off and threaten to end it all and all is lost. This too shall pass. But in comparison, in contrast to this feminine, she's very unstable. My ears are ringing. It's at the Devil. My ears are ringing. This Devil feels like it is this feminine here, and she's kind of saying to the masculine, because she's given up all hope, I feel like she's kind of, I don't know, like screaming at the masculine, and he has to kind of sort everything out. So it feels very much as if he's been left to sort out not only his own kind of emotional baggage, but also someone else's. I would say very nice, but it's not. Well, that's how I see it when he comes. What's that about? T-Rose. Freddy Krueger. Melissa, he reminds me of what is that? I don't know what that is. Hypertichi. Don't get me to pronounce that. Be nice to me. Chief or person at the circus who balances a sword. Hi, Laurie. He reminds me of this man here. Do you think he's a sword thrower? Wow, has he missed her head? You guys can help me put the story together. I'll pull 3 more cards. This bottom one was. Oh, it's the Divine Feminine. 9 of Pentacles, Divine Feminine. Well, this isn't your story, is it? Look what's going on here. How nice. The birds. There's this one bird that when he clarifies, he is the clarifier. And if I'm watching something or listening to something, or even if I'm resting and a thought goes through the mind, and it's quite a significant statement, this loud bird will go like right past my bedroom window and go, walk, walk. Scares the shit out of me. But I kind of go now. I go, all right, send the bird then to clarify. So there's the bird. I find it quite amusing. Because sometimes you could just sit there, ponder, and then you hear the bird and you go, okay, it's like your intuition is spot on. What you're thinking about is the truth. Soulmate having a hard time with work. I can feel his frustration so much physically. Between him and DM going through shit, I'm full of shit. No, that's absolutely correct. I was picking up on the energy today. It's heavy on us. It's a bit draining. T-Rose, I missed it. Mum was talking. You missed what? What did you miss? Devil, Nine of Swords. And what else? Okay, T-Rose, sweetie. I'm going to pull 2 more cards and then we'll quickly go back over this story. Crow flying with me vertically in the car. Once we're open to this, guys, and we've been drip fed, haven't we? I mean, I don't know how long you guys have been with me on the channel. Like, I'm over 2.5 years now, like, well, near on every day. And this stuff's going in and it's going in and yeah, it's sinking in now. So let me have a look. So we've got the Divine Feminine. I don't think you missed anything, too, guys. Devil, Nine of Swords. Okay, well, the Devil was the last card, so you must have seen them all. Feels so good to be alive, baby. I think you've just got like Ralph Smart on your mind, haven't you, T? You said that the other day. One side of the road you have a flock of crows, and on the other side of the field there's geese. Let me just pull 2 more cards, T-Rose, and I'll go back over these, sweetie. We'll have 9 cards then. Okay, I just saw the intuition, the High Priestess. I don't think she has pillars in her card, actually. She'll come back out if she needs to. Need to watch him. Do you know, I was thinking exactly the same, T-Rose. I have not watched him either for a while. He's been doing some lives, and he's not I've seen I like his videos, to be honest with you, more than his lives. His lives can go on for quite a while, and yeah, so I don't tend to watch back lives. I rarely watch back anyone's lives. Rarely. And I was thinking the same. I haven't really watched him lately. So maybe that's a call that we both need to have a look at. Infinite Waters. Watch who? We're talking about Ralph Smart. That's who we're talking about, from Infinite Waters. Feels so good to be alive, baby. Do you know we're talking about, Lovey? Breathing in that good ass prana. Ralph Smart. Where do you think he's located, T-Rose? I think he's in the UK. But he never kind of, dive in deep with Infinite Waters. Dive deep, baby. Good man. He's got a lovely smile, hasn't he? He's a good man. He's out there every day in nature. I mean, he's been on for years. He's a man that goes on daily. What's the betting, T-Rose, that his next message, like after this, I could go and just check out Infinite Waters or see if he's like uploaded anything. What's the betting that the message is going to be so relevant? I like normally watching him because after I've uploaded a reading, many a times he uploads. He's not a tarot reader. He's just a life coach, spiritual coach, an uplifter, a light worker, and it's normally always comes spotting. It's spot on with what I've been channeling. Oh, I know who you mean. There you go. Sometimes, what does that say? Gehenna. He can be too much for me, like rustling around. Yeah. I've heard a lot of you guys watch Rustling Around. I don't watch Rustling Around. I know that Carol and Sherry, they both love Rustling Around. Apparently he put out a really important message yesterday. I don't follow him. I'm in the UK, Jonathan. Where am I located? I should do what Ralph Smart does, somewhere in the world. I think my accent, well, that doesn't matter, does it? Just because I have a British accent, it doesn't mean that I'm located here. Wow, she's in Japan. I was going to try and bow like a Japanese person. I will be one day. Stop playing. I say where I don't really keep many secrets from you. I'm not going to give you my address, am I? But I'm in the UK, aren't I? I'm in England. I'm in Nottinghamshire. Told you that yesterday. Sherwood. Near Sherwood. I don't think I'm going to be here for long, though. Or whether or not that's just kind of a little hope inside me. I'm ready to move on now. Right, I'm still... Oh, okay. He's been turned around for a while in my deck. The cat's going mad behind the curtains over there. And they're grey curtains, just like this man here. It feels like ghosting. She wants to talk about ghosting. That's what's up their minds. Oh, dear. Four of Swords. He looks a bit cold and grey. He looks like he's praying for life. Divine Feminine, you're just looking so colourful. This is like attracts like. So I feel like it could be this person's actually draining the life out of the Divine Masculine. Asking too much. Let's get one more card. Under pressure. Jasper's just stopped cleaning to look at me. We're on mission soon. Yes, we are. On our uniforms. We are seriously on mission, like in the physical, in this world soon. Divine Masculine's still going through his transition, look. So you can see it's like attracts like. He doesn't like it. So it's like he's changing his preferences. His life will change. What's the bottom of the deck? He's been very quiet the past 2 days. Divine Masculines are very quiet at the moment. Now, is that like candy I see in the background here? It looks like he's working, yeah, on his pentacles, but why would there be like a marshmallow in that picture? Is that not just a little bit odd? And his hammer. That takes me to the fair. We go to the circus if we want. The strongest man in the world. So we're balancing swords here. Good at throwing swords. A good sword thrower. As it's moving around. Do you trust me? Throwing swords. But why would there be this it's just a candy colour, isn't it? And his hammer's on it. So it took me to like when you're at the fair and you bing. I feel like he's about to explode. The temperature did go up in the room when I came on. Okay, that's about working in partnership with like-minded people. What's going on here on my day? That's the underlying energy. So it looks like he's working on these pentacles, but is he really? He's working on his strength. He's chiseling away at it because the mallet here. is on that pillar. Feels like pink fluffy clouds. Okay, so TiVo is just for you. Let's do a Viva. We started off with the 9 of Rods, and I actually felt that with the children in the middle here, this daughter or this sister is comforting the brother. Why? I don't know, because look at the parents here. One's having to carry all of the responsibility. The other one looks like they're giving up. They're in a sorry state in their chamber, feeling sorry for themselves. So you're not too sure whether or not they're suicidal, what they're capable of committing to, because it doesn't look like they're committing to their family or children. It looks like they've just gone into a state of deep depression. A lot of responsibility on the divine masculine. He's trying to be spiritually strong. Then we go to, I'm not sure, it took me to like sword throwing. I feel like he's taken over control of all of it. He's got these 2 swords. I feel like they have something to do with the children, and he has his own sword. So he's taking care of his and his own children's needs. It's a will to fight. So he has a will to fight for his children. 2 people in the background, not looking great, and they've thrown down their swords. Divine Feminine. Your life seems okay. Look, you're quite balanced here. Things can get choppy. Ships can be like sinking and crashing and all sorts going on. Capsizing. And it's like, okay, the boats are capsizing and you're capitalizing. Are you capitalizing? When anyone capitalizes in the chat, it tends to be the divine masculine's energy. Capitalizing. You're capitalizing. It's a contrast here. So you're in your, I can say that you're in your glory, because that's where you should be. You're in a very nice, comforting space. It's really nice residing here. It's nice not having this kind of shit going on. And then we have the devil. And I felt like the devil was shouting. This feminine here, she's turned right into the devil. She's shouting at this masculine. He's burning up. He's got like this flame. It's like a fireball's been thrown at him. Have a look. The flame on his back. He's bent down. He looks like a bloody caveman or an ape man. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the devil's going on, really. Anyway, so all I know is it's not your circus. Could be your monkey. It could be your monkey. Backstabbing. Oh, Jasper's just about to get up on the laptop again. Jasper, do you want to come up here? Do you want... We're knocking balls now. Do you want to come up here rather than on the laptop? I was just getting into that then. Oh, about knocking. Might be your monkey. Hey, do you want to come over? Well, you can settle there. That's awesome. Divine Feminine. Like I said, it's not really. Oh, looks good, doesn't it? Look at all your pentacles. What's this bit of hair here? All these pentacles. 3, 6, 9. The goose drank wine. You saw geese. Oh, what did the monkey do? The monkey chewed tobacco. So we've got someone drinking wine, someone chewing on the tobacco. Okay. The lion choked. The monkey got broke. Is that right? Then they all went to heaven in a little rowboat. Clap, clap. Congratulations. What a fucking shitstorm. That's what it feels like. Oh, sorry. I've got the Divine Feminines there. Okay. Well, I said earlier about, not earlier, yesterday, I spoke about my walk that I done and everything that I clap eyes on. It just kind of like, it was all just being confirmed and clarified. I feel like someone's taken a right belt around the face. I feel like I've got like, my jaw hurts. It's not my circus. $369. That's where it took me to. I don't know I think they're the words. The goose drank wine, the monkey chewed tobacco on the sweet Caroline. The lion choked, the monkey got broke. And then they all went to heaven in a little rowboat. That's how it all ends up. Shit. Divine Feminine, you're here. Let's just leave it like that. And then you have the Divine Masculine, who is going through a transition. He will get to heaven without needing to actually, die to get there. He will get through this transition. This winter, it doesn't look like it's going to be easy. It's not easy on him, but he will get there. The cards are suggesting too much. They're still hoping the cards, because the Divine Masculine's showing up on the bloody cards all the time, wanting the assistance. The thing is, guys, we can help to give that energetically. So, he's working on being fair. He's working on going to the fair, but he's working on being fair. He's the strongest man. That's a good affirmation, Divine Masculine. You're the strongest man in the world. Chiseling away at this here. He's got his apron on. I feel like he's still this is still new to him, standing up for himself. It's not easy, is it? To keep having to feel that you have to keep standing up for yourself. He knows I'm going to say something. I'm just giggling at Jamie because he told me he had to go to the shop. But, I can't just ignore you. I can't do it. Sorry. I wish I could just pretend that I couldn't see you coming down. You're trying to tiptoe. It's just too cute. Oh, dear. It's all right, dude. No need to be quiet. Just you're all good. It's extremely hot. Is it me or is it extremely hot in the house? You're mild. Mild green, fairy liquid. Oh, I'll tell you this just before you go. I had a really weird dream that someone had used all the fairy liquid up. I knew it's a really big bottle, and it's like, where the fuck is all the washing up liquid gone? Like in my dream. And then when I came down and I was doing the washing up, it was like, no, it was a dream. Okay, my worst nightmare. Oh, that cool air is really nice. I'll say hi to him when he comes back. If you were saying hi, T-Rose. They're just they're lovely. They're great kids. And I say to them all the time, you don't disturb me. If I was ever recording, it's like I could always, if it's not alive, I can always stop it and re-record it. But they are just so considerate. Bless them. They're part of the tribe, though. That's the thing, is that you guys have spoken to these guys. Okay. I seem to have you got this card. That cool air was really nice. Maybe I could do with an evening walk. So we got to the hold on, because I've missed some stuff that Laurie said. Jonathan's feeling colourful, awesome. T-Rose, good. Laurie, he's working at home, doesn't work in the winter, trying to keep himself busy, probably working, redoing the kitchen. Yeah, when I was, after the first kind of, the first, it wasn't like an official, do you remember when we was only like allowed out for like an hour's worth of exercise a day? And so when this first kind of, and we had to start wearing masks, I remember like after that seeing people and saying to them, what have you been up to? Especially men. And they're like, well, for one, they just wanted to work. They wanted to get back to work. They were sick of being at home. It hadn't been too bad because most people had just been doing decorating just to keep their missus quiet. she had like loads of jobs. It's like the wife had loads of jobs for the masculine to do during quarantine, where you can do this and you can do that. And I just felt the whole energy was men couldn't wait to get out of the house and back to work. It was just like the wives did keep them busy, like doing all those domestic jobs. So interesting that you brought that up, Laurie, because that's yeah, kind of well, this time I haven't really seen. So that's like at the beginning of the year, and now I don't really have anyone in my life to even like catch up with. So okay, all in alignment. Yes, it is backstabbing. Yeah, it could be lots of backstabbing going on. Hmm. Is it this one doing the backstabbing, seeing as the tips of them swords are not pointing to her? The handle is. So it's like she's got a handle on this backstabbing. That's not a nice energy. Imagine being stuck in the house with someone who just like backstabs people, talks about people. Says me, the tarot reader. I just read a story. Um, but imagine that. That would be your worst nightmare. So if that was your worst nightmare, then you're probably going to attract that. Okay. So we got the transition here. I picked up something about like attracts like. So being colourful. If you're colourful, you'll attract a colourful person. And if you're all grey and praying all the time for what? Mercy? Forgiveness? I don't know. It feels like this energy of you feel like, what have I done wrong now? Feel like you're always in the wrong. Anyway, let's have a look at You've Got This, and then I'm moving on from this story. You got me begging you for mercy, yeah, yeah. Why won't you release me? I know that feeling. Wanting to be released. Nothing changes if nothing changes. I'll tell you the song that was coming through. But I don't want to like go into the whole lyrics of it. It was just this part. Everything changes but you. That was it. So it's like, of course, change is constant. I've changed so much. My whole life has changed so much. My whole world has changed. And it's like this feminine here. She just doesn't change. And if the divine masculine's changed and you're with someone who hasn't changed, I mean, he's looking a bit more colourful now. It's like she tries to, but it's like nothing ever changes. It's like this feminine just doesn't evolve. Nothing changes if nothing changes. It's coming in all quiet now. She's coming with boxes of chocolates. That's like really cruel. You do know that, don't you? No, it's not. I'm coming and knocking on your door later. You were just about to say that. I will. Save me anyone's. Oh, I'm just having a look. It's okay. They're just like miniature chocolate bars in ones, aren't they? Yummy, yummy. I'll have an after 8. After, well, it's nearly 10. It's gone after 8, yeah. I'll have an after 8 then later. You can leave it outside if you want upstairs. Little package for me. You leave it on my pillow if you want. I'm only pissing around. Oh dear. Okay, what lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. That's so interesting. It's just the word pale. But what lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. What lies inside of you? Who wants to answer that? So what lies behind you, your past, and what lies in front of you, your future, pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. Do you know what lies inside of you? Life. If you've got no life in you, then the past and the future, none of them really matter, do they? Because it means you haven't learnt the lessons of the past and you're not excited regarding your future. You're not full of life. Anyway, that's what lies inside of you. Life. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. That's a bit deep, isn't it? I didn't say hi to him, did I? From UT Rose. Okay, I've missed quite a lot of chat because I went back. On the streetcar line. Is that what it is? On the Sweet Caroline, I said. Is that what the words are? On the streetcar line? I never knew that. On the Sweet Caroline. Sweet Caroline. Sing the song. Sweet Caroline. Dun, dun, dun. There's never any mistakes. Thank you. On the streetcar line. He misreads the messages. I misread everything. I mishear everything. So easy to do, isn't it? Okay. I was trying to think of a song that I won't be able to. I used to crack up. But I love it when people admit it. Oh, I know what it was. I think it's who sings this? I don't know if it's Boyzone. And I think it's called You'll Be There. You'll be there when I needed somebody. You'll be there, the only one to help me. I had a picture of you in my mind. That song. Anyway, this would have been in 98. I was working in a factory with like about 100 women. Used to work the benches. I used to make ceiling lights and lamps. The lights you hang from your ceilings and that. I used to work with this girl, and whenever the song come on, she used to. I think she must have like heard us singing to it because she was kind of like, I thought he was sounding like Juliet, not You'll Be There. Juliet, when I needed somebody. It's like, oh, anyway. I've not seen her since Megan was born. That's 2000, man. I did actually message. I listened to that. I heard that song on the radio this year, and I messaged her, and I said to her, "Why am I thinking of the word Juliet when this song's coming on?" She's like, "Because that's what I used to think it was." Anyway, okay. So we all misread shit, don't we? It really matters what energies you live with and are around. Yeah. I wasn't even aware of that though, that it really mattered what energies. Oh, I wasn't aware of a lot, really. Not really until I've kind of, like we are family, yeah, till I've kind of moved away from my old family and created my own family. I wasn't really aware of what all that does to you. Programming, manipulation, big time. Was just reading cards. Were you? Praying for grace. Amazing grace. I'm finding out that with soulmates I've changed over the years and believe I have grown. He's gotten more judgmental of others and himself. Yeah. I hear it straight away. I can tell when people, I don't want to say that people haven't changed, but we have to accept some people won't evolve and change. They will on the deathbed. We all wake up, we all enlighten this lifetime. And for a lot of people, it is. That's why normally a lot of people are so calm when it comes to death, when they're actually preparing to make their transition. It's like dying people know something that we don't. Well, us that are alive inside, we know some stuff that others don't either. And it's quite often many people will get to their deathbed and kind of go, shit, I think I got it wrong. What's pillow packages? Yeah, I'm an after 8 chocolate mint on my pillow. He'll do it, I imagine. Or it'll be outside my door. He's a good lad. He's come from a bit of a background. It's taken him a long time to adjust to peacefulness. When there isn't all the chaos and the drama and the shouting, you kind of think, well, isn't there meant to be? So sometimes like you feel the urge, you want to create some chaos. And I think that in my home now, we just realise if you do that, it was unnecessary. I mean, we all do have to have like an outlet sometimes, and the energies change. And I just tried to like find out the root of the issue. It's normally that someone's rather frustrated that they're not speaking up, don't want to hurt others' feelings, and yeah, we're getting there. It's really nice. It's nice. Hi, Marco. Present? Yeah, a little chocolate. I think that's what Laurie's on about. Love depends if you can hear God's voice. The gift is this moment. That's all we have, it is. Been a long time since I heard that voice. Think I became numb to it. Melissa, yes. Jonathan, truth. T-Rose, Saving. Laurie's DM is texting. I've always seemed to have, well, I don't know if it's me or our energy as a collective. Laurie, you are really the only one who's always had their DM who texts whilst we are doing readings. Anyway. Jasper's asleep. It's 21:57. We've got 12 people on. Got a dozen of people on. Good evening, guys. I hope you are all well. I feel like I want to cough, like I've... Let's have a look at the Tarot Grand Lux. Seeing as let's put these cards away. It doesn't matter what decks we use. Whatever story that needs to be shared will be shared. So there is no running away from it when it comes to tarot, unless you direct, obviously, the cards. But I just kind of like to go free flow and just let whatever message, whatever the divine feels is the most prominent message to or for the collective to be shared. I like these cards. These cards smell good. I have no interest to watch television, to watch YouTube. Well, hence why I'm on here. King of Wands, Six of Wands, very nice. Really nice energies. Look at him now. Looks like he's preparing for marriage. You can see his ring. It's not on a wedding finger. Victory. Okay, what's this story then? Interesting, because they're called the Tarot Grand Lux, but then they seem to have like on every card like the Fool, the Jester, felt like it was a fall for a fool. I did leave Mark a funny thinking of you card and a Christmas coffee mug. One for him and one for his dad, hopefully to lift up his spirits. Okay. Got a Six of Pentacles here. I'd say it's a masculine's hand. Where's that card going? Oh, there's two cards gone on their side. Let's have a look at this, seeing as we've got some scales here that are being balanced out. So we've got 6 of coins. That one coin will do it. There's 3 on each side then. They're going to be balanced out. But I do feel like it's the masculine doing this, look. What feeling am I feeling with his hands coming out of nowhere? A red long-sleeved top. And it's like he does it like out of, so no one's looking. And then it's just like balance is restored. They look like stars, don't they? On those scales. Especially the one that he's going to. Look, it actually looks like a star. Oh, he's a little star. What's he doing? He's balancing out something here. And I feel like you're so mesmerised by the stars that you don't even see it happening. It's like he puts you in a daze. I'm itching. Hi, Jeremy. How are you? Hi, Lucy. I noticed I came in at the time 7:11. Your video time. Haven't been watching in a while. I'm just curious what comes out. Curiosity's been coming out, Jeremy. I think everyone's kind of backed off really with how much they really put into tracking this. Oh, I've got two cards. I've got 3 cards, but I've got 2 on the floor that have gone sideways. Curious, that's exactly it, isn't it? Curiosity, but it's because you're receiving messages and you just want some clarification. So, and it's nice to catch up with the tribe, isn't it? Well, they're not in reverse. Very nice. 3 of coins, 8 of coins, and the 6 of coins. Very coins. Very coins. Although the when I cut the deck, it was the 6 of wands and the King of wands. He's working hard. He's even got like a little sweatband around his head. He's working hard here, the masculine. He's got plans. I believe he's already been doing this. Looks like Big Ben. Under construction. Like I believe they've even turned like the bell. Well, I don't know how it stands at the moment because I haven't been to London in quite a while. But I don't know when she was still going to be covered up. Oh, Big Ben's a girl to me. And but they were turning off like her chiming. I believe it was going to be New Year's. They were last New Year. I believe they turned it back on. I don't know how Big Ben stands at the moment. London Bridge is falling down. Oh, I think on the news it said that London might be going into like tier 3, which is they're in a tier 2 apparently. So plans. What are you planning here? Got them 3 coins. Well, you've got that one that you're working on. And you're just about to drop on them scales. So you've got your plans here. And then you're doing some research. And you've jumped from the 3. You've jumped 5 steps ahead. You're reading, you're researching. I'm trying to locate all your 8 coins. Because normally you can see the right amount of coins in the picture. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 3 on your table. Although this one here, I don't know, why does this one look dodgy? Yeah, you got yourself a dodgy coin. Have you ever done that? like taking your coins to the bank and there might be a foreign coin in there. And it's like, no, I counted that. It's like, that's American money. Okay. So I feel like there's something wrong with a coin. And he's trying to, I don't know, tamper with it. Tamper. Well, that's going to be American money, isn't it? We're off to tamper. Saving up for a nice holiday. That was coming through yesterday. Jamie's hat said Orlando on the side, and then I was taken to Fairy Tales and trip to Disney, Orlando. Takes me to kind of like the Make-A-Wish Foundation, but I don't want to talk about children that are, it's like their last wish. This is like the first of many wishes. This is nice. Okay. Now what's the bottom of the deck? The Sun. I don't know if I like the energy of this card. I think she just looks a little bit scary. Like if this figure appeared in front of me, I'd be a bit like, what's up with your eyes? It's like she's got eyes on her shoulders. I don't know. It's like, what's up with your eyes? I don't feel a comforting, welcoming energy from this card. It's not like, come here and give me a hug. It's like, no, I don't think so. I think I'll give it a miss, thank you. But it's a Sun card. She looks like she's just turned golden. I feel more of a greedy energy. So if there's something wrong with a coin here, this person just might not be satisfied. But I feel like the masculine's got this coin. I don't feel this is a divine feminine. I actually feel this is a karmic energy. It's not welcoming to me. And it should be the divine masculine in the Sun card. Not this, oh, she's a gold digger. She's a gold digger. So there's a masculine here trying to figure out a way, it feels like, to bring in the balance and pay her off. But is he trying to do it in a dodgy way? Give her some dodgy money. Oh dear. Well, that takes me into the film now with Leonardo DiCaprio. Catch Me If You Can. Well, it says, perfect for the tarot readers on the run. Some counterfeit money. Pay off with counterfeit money. No, Lucy, don't tell them to do that. Oh dear. The divine will help you. Oh, of course they will. Oh, that just made me chuckle. Just give us some Monopoly money. Some with Disney characters in it. Oh dear. We're going to pay our bills with like Monopoly money. And from now on. Oh, can you imagine people's faces? I've got your money for you. Oh, in a little envelope. Yeah, but more than likely, no, don't tell them this, Lucy, but people don't actually normally check the money in front of you. It's not often that people open up the envelope and have a look inside and go, they just go, thank you. They realise it was a load of Disney money. I'm not going to do that. I haven't done that. That's... Listen, don't listen to me, because you can make good decisions, okay? You can make good decisions. I'd rather not take her money. Yeah, gold digger is right. Yeah, I don't do the thing with money. When me and my husband, when we separated, I didn't ask him for a bean, not a magic bean. It's like, go and get me that harp and go and get me. I still received a lot, and I think that's because I didn't ask for anything. It was quite devastating, the fact that we, were splitting up the family unit. He was leaving. I said to him, take whatever you want to take. you're having to start over again. And I said, and don't worry too much about maintenance because it's hard, isn't it? Having to pay, like, for your children, and then you've got to start up life. If you're a person that lives on their own, it's not easy, okay, to provide just for yourself when you're on your own, let alone pay for your children. And it's just something I did not want to put onto the girl's dad. Yeah, there was none of this insisting that he had them every other weekend. The thing is, he come to visit us, and the girls didn't really want to go and stay with him. So he just kind of come and hang out with us. But when it comes to money, he was absolutely fine. He made sure that, we didn't go without, but it was, yeah. Like, he contributed because he was a decent man, not because I forced him to. And the thing is, it was absolutely lovely. He was like, no, don't be silly. You keep everything. And we just helped each other. We really did help each other when we were separating. So people thought we were crazy because we're going like house hunt together. And people think we're moving in as a family. And we wasn't. We was just making sure that the other one was like, okay. He was my friend. He was a good man. So what else is saying here? What else is saying here? Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. Everyone needs help sometimes. Everyone needs help sometimes. What was coming through is even this gold digger. The thing is, sometimes we do need to pull back because we're just feeding their habits. Okay. Jess, hi Jess. You're driving but listening. It's good to know you're here. I'd rather not take her money. I've done that part. How did I miss that then, Jess? No, my ex-wife's boy is gold digger. Hey, Carol. Blowing back kisses straight to you. Oh, we're on gold digger. Do you resonate with this, gold digger? Oh. I know people that's like lives revolve around money, and like family members. I don't have it within my unit. People don't start kicking off, if they don't get what they want. But I've definitely been around that environment in times of my life, been raised in environments like that where if you don't provide, it can be easy as if, you don't hand it over, then you can get out. And then you kind of give them what they wanted and they're happy and all's forgiven. It's a horrible environment. It is serious manipulation to watch someone really just be valued on how much you provide via money when there's no money. Oh my goodness, they're miserable. I swear. And it's shocking to watch, and I'm not even sure that they know that they do it. And you best not point it out because you'd be in trouble if you point out that some people are only happy when there's money around. But it is a truth. It's like when people are ill. And I bet if they kind of won the lottery, their whole attitude would change and they would soon perk up. I've seen it. People just become so happy when there's money. How some live. Okay. So everyone needs help sometimes. I do feel like this feminine here, this sun energy, because it feels like she is just greedy. It's like she can't cope without the masculine providing for her, whether or not they're in a relationship. And that can lay on you, like the guilt of that is still helping to pay for someone when it's no longer necessary for you to do that. So someone can make good decisions because I feel this decision maybe isn't too great. What they're making here to feed this person, just keep feeding them with money. They're never going to find themselves, are they? Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. Keep your eyes on the stars. And I just felt there were 2 stars here. Your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. The eyes on the stars, I felt like divine will help you, divine masculine, to be able to balance this situation out. Okay? You're not here to feed this person. Your hard work, your money. And we spoke about this today because your money's needed elsewhere for good causes. Okay, so keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground, and everyone needs help sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time. Hiccup, yeah, well, we all have them, don't we? Well, I'm independent, self-sufficient. That was Carol's response. Jonathan, yep. Carol, my life currency is love. Yeah, mine as well. And it pays well. Jeremy, money isn't everything. I'd rather have love and be homeless. Yep. Well, I'm not going to say I'd rather have love and be homeless. Because we don't want to attract that, do we? But you wouldn't be homeless, would you? That's the thing. If you found love, you would never be homeless. Because home is where the heart is. And that's when we become fearless. Doesn't matter. It's within. Hi, Chevy. So I do love that. But I totally agree, Jeremy. I'd rather have love and be homeless. Yeah. Chevy, did I just say I totally agree? We'll never be homeless, will we, if we found love? How's everyone doing? Well, the energy is a bit... it just is. It just is. Carol's lovely. Jasper's having a really good lick. He's like laying on his back, licking his belly, biting it. Hi. Hey. Hugs right back to you, Carol. I made a clarification. It's all good. Okay. Sherry, we're just like kind of having a chat. Just how long have we been on for? 1 hour, 12 minutes, 55 seconds. I was feeling quite tired and I was trying to stop myself from... I just don't know what to do with myself. It seems that maybe I should start reading a book. Maybe I'll read this book just on my own. I feel like I've got to do some studying myself, like without sharing it immediately with you guys. So it's like I need to... It will always come in anyway. I will use it as examples, but I'm kind of, whenever I read a book now, I'm like turning on the camera and reading it out loud. And I'm feeling like, yeah, I just want to go into some solitude reading for a bit. I feel like I've got to kind of go and just go away and study for a bit. I'm going to go away. I don't know what's going on. I feel like it's important, though, that we keep kind of checking in with each other. Things have gotten busy. Started my mentoring course last night. It's really resonating. Awesome. That's really good, Sherry. Is that all we're talking about with the gold digger? Just interesting energy. So, Sherry, you're on your mentoring course, and that's exactly what I feel like's happening with all of us. We're actually being prepared for mission. So, teachings, most definitely. Part of my mission. It's a desire as well. So, Archangel Power Tarot cards are staring at me. And all I can see is the word Valentine. Because they're by Radley Valentine. Are we not using these cards anymore? What's that card there? Death. No, that's the end of these cards here. Come on, this is kind of like the energy that's around us. This is what we're living in. I mean, you guys, you not find it's a bit shocking? Some people have resided to the fact that this could last for quite a long time. It's our new normal. Are you fucking shitting me? It's our new normal. To be masked up, social distancing, no human contact, the fear of death being put in you. Not only the fear of death being put in you, God knows what the fuck they are putting in you because the vaccinations have started to be rolled out. You're like, fuck, you're coming near me with one of them. Your pure health. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you unless you believe there to be something wrong with you. And who puts that belief in you? Because a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. You have no need for any test or vaccinations unless you're believing that you're capable of getting ill. It's seriously worrying times, guys. I read on the news, because it pops up, that they're on about injecting like the children and shit, school children. It seriously concerns me. Your kids are at school, you might not have much control over it. Anyway, it's happening. It's happening quickly. The vaccines are coming in. And people are signing up. Anyway, it's not my world. That's not the world that I'm creating. Let's put them away. I was surprised how much I was able to relate it to the journey. Hard to explain, but I'm glad I'm doing it. I get that how it's hard to explain. All these books that I've been picking up again, I knew nothing about spirituality, okay? It was a law of attraction. It's just about being positive, really. And I think it's our perception. It's like the information's always been there. And it's just the way that, it's just like with any tarot readings. I could watch a tarot reading and get a completely different story to what you get, because it's down to how we perceive our world. And so, yeah, I just think it's like, see you at the top. This was given to me because it was really for network marketing. But now when I read it, it says in all aspects of life, you must have a solid foundation on which to build. That'd be the root chakra, wouldn't it? I didn't know about root chakras. Then you take 6 specific steps to reach life's objectives. What's it say here? So like there's little, you see here? Now, this was just, you were recommended a book of the month. This month's book is See You at the Top by Zig Ziglar. You go away, you order it from Amazon. We would have like a key meeting every month. You would have some notes together in case you were called. You were asked to do a review of the book. Or sometimes you was asked to do a review of the book. Like 1 book a month, we should be doing 1 book a week. And that was it. You just give your review. There was no kind of, I had nothing to compare it with. So now when I read it and I can see that we have love, honesty, trust, loyalty, character, and integrity on the floor here. I wasn't even told what these words really meant. Or then we have self-image, big one. Relationships, goals, attitude, work, desire. And then we have the door at the top here, because they were the steps. I'm just having a look at what's wrote on the side here. I can't read that. Out of order. The lift is out of order. You've got to take the stairs. So you have to take the steps. And then that door, it says wisdom, security, peace, friends, happiness, success, health. Interesting. And at the top of that door, it says tomorrow. As quick as that, tomorrow? The I Can course, the Born to Win seminar. It's just how this stuff's explained. So, Stairway to the Top. So all these books that I didn't realise were really coming in with what I'm studying now. I mean, if I've read this book, it's already in there, isn't it? I was trying to do the flicking thing. And it says, he possibly would feel foolish and defeated. Well, that's interesting, seeing as I pointed out the Fool on the back of the cards. So he probably would have, oh, okay, we're going to go back a bit. He probably would have already thrown in the towel. It's like in the tail. Tail was coming through. He probably would have already thrown in the towel and might well have tried to stop the world in order to step off. He possibly would feel foolish and defeated. Then he could honestly say, everybody is laughing at me, or everybody is against me. This same thing can happen to each of us when we set goals that are unbelievably and overwhelmingly big. So if the goal is unrealistically big and you miss it by a ridiculous amount, the size of the failure would have an emotional impact for future accomplishments that could be extremely negative. It could even affect a person to the degree that he would no longer really make an effort of any kind. If that's not come out of this book, and I've just flicked through, if that hasn't come in just what I felt like it was actually the feminine who was just, she had thrown in the towel in this. Okay. It could even affect a person to the degree that he no longer really made an effort of any kind. For this reason, it is wiser to set the goal high, but reachable. A goal will also be negative if it is out of your field of interest. Passion for purpose. You have to do what you passionately love doing. So where's that gone? Where's that goal gone? A goal will only be negative. A goal will also be negative if it is out of your field of interest and you are only trying to please someone else. Doesn't work. If someone else is directing your goal setting, it is highly unlikely you would be completely free of resentment, which would definitely hamper your efforts. Wow. I'm getting into this book already. I'm just going to finish this last bit here. Another indication of a negative goal is the belief that luck is involved. Substitute the word pluck for luck, then I'll buy it 100%. Successful people get to the top because they identify their objectives, use their talents, and constantly sharpen them by dedication and hard work. And I want to say that dedication and hard work is about your own personal development, wanting to improve yourself each and every day. Like today, I'll be the best version of being me, and the version of you just evolves all the time. Okay. So successful people get to the top because they identify their objectives, use their talents, and constantly sharpen them by dedication and hard work. Their breaks come with commitments and objectives, and so will yours. Interesting. Their breaks come with commitments and objectives. It doesn't say their breaks come with like really hard work, like 5 jobs, 10 jobs. Their breaks will come with commitments and objectives, and so will yours. I was going to the Power Tarot. That's definitely the group of us. Yeah. Okay, what have you been saying? Let me just get these Power Tarot ready. So I'm loving how you're loving it, Sherry. Jeremy, seen a meme TV, says, remain terrified, question nothing, obey. And then there was a dude with his hands together, like he was praying, saying, "Yes, Master." I tried to wake people up, but they attacked me. Yeah, I don't even talk about it, Jeremy. We don't even talk about it on the channel. I mean, this year, we haven't really spoken too much about what's gone on, have we? We've just been like showing up every day and dealing with the energy of today in the now. We're not worrying about the past. We're trying to like heal from that. And our future is in our hands, not the government's. And people so easily hand their lives over. They hand it over. You guide us, they say. We trust you. Okay. They don't really have a fucking clue, guys, what's going on. Okay. So that's why they attack you. And there's a lot of them, Jeremy. It's, you're best just to retreat, rest, heal, tap into divine. The divine is giving us each of us specific direction on our path. It's only for us, and the messages are coming in. And over these winter months. Okay, maintenance of vibration is evolving. It's happening on a cellular, in a cellular way. I believe that DNA was coming up for me yesterday. I'm very concerned about these vaccines. Well, I'm not going to be very concerned about them, am I? I'm not going to put my attention on it, but I'm very aware of what's going on out there. So, traditionally, my field only looks at observable behaviour, and this is a totally different spin and takes perception, emotions, and being present into it. That's awesome, Sherry. Then it's like you're ready. It's not like you didn't need to know that other stuff. Like, it's not that I didn't need to know this. It's just I understand this more now which will be the same with you, Sherry. You'll understand more as your studying evolves. It will all come in. Divine's not sending us like here, there, and everywhere. It's like all the knowledge that we have is very relevant and applicable. We're just kind of, we're sharpening, like it says, sharpening up ourselves, our skills, I want to say, on how we actually apply this knowledge. Okay, so let's get off to bed soon. I'm going for an early night. It's just so quiet. It took me a while to get used to the quietness, to be honest. Even though I've got there's 3 other guys in the house. We've all really quietened down. My kids were used to be really loud children and always having fun and whew. Carol, pink, the Christ consciousness ray is our doorway. Even the skylight is getting more golden. I'm going to reread that again. Pink, the Christ consciousness ray is our doorway. Even the skylight is getting more golden. Oh, this is nice. I feel a bit of tense. Well, I feel a bit tense. I feel a bit tense around my heart. Sorry, Jasper. He's actually on my blanket. He's got his own blanket over there. American government is going to, I don't know what that, depopulate. I can see, I was going to say, I don't know what that word is. America. Yeah, well, I do feel it's a bit of a Noah's Ark kind of. This year is really Mother Nature. You think about the beginning of the year, not for too long, but there was the fires and all this. What are they doing? What are they doing? I'd really like to have a word with some of these guys. So, what are you doing? I've been working on the heart chakra all day. Have you? I'm still focusing on this root chakra. I feel on this root chakra. I mean, it's the main chakra, isn't it, for alignment? But the amount of people I'm speaking to that have got like hip problems, leg problems, there's definitely this. If you do not rest, you will have an accident. I'm sorry. I know it sounds so. I keep telling Jamie that he needs to rest more, and all the time that he's not listening to my guidance, he's injuring himself and just keeps injuring himself. He tries to go to work and he's sent home, and I'm just kind of like, when are you going to give it up? Like, not work, but just give up the fight that you need to rest. He said, I think I'm just going to stay in my room. I said, I think that might be the best thing to do. Because it's been one thing after another. And it's like the masculines are fighting against it. It's like surrender, rest. You are going to make yourself ill, and the divine can make you ill and will make you ill to slow you down. You are not going to die, but you need to slow down. Burnout, big burnout for the masculines. And they're stubborn because it feels unnatural. And it's the most natural thing that you can do is just go with the flow. And just, I'm just kind of like visualizing just the beauty of what nature does provide for us. You don't need anything. You are provided for. Step outside and take a deep breath and look at it all. It's okay. So we've got the 9 of Raphael. Make a wish, dreams become reality, and a joyful time of life. Who could do with a nice holiday on the beach? I'd love a nice holiday on the beach. He's got Aladdin's lamp here. Even the dog's chilled out. The dog's like, I'm too tired to keep running up and down that beach. He's like, what have you got there? I feel that dog's got a key round its neck. It's a black and white dog. Okay, so maybe the message is held within the dog. Listen, Emily keeps saying to me, you're talking to the cat again. I'm like, yeah, I do this. I said, and he talks back to me as well. I'm not going to tell you what some of our discussions are, but she sat there yesterday and looked at me. She went, you're talking to Jasper again. I'm like, yeah, we have conversations. I said, I can understand him now as well. So I feel like the dog has the key. And it's like he's talking to the divine masculine. And the divine masculine is the Aladdin's lamp here. Divine masculine's learning how to... that's love coming out of there. My heart. Can anyone else feel their heart's like really heavy at the moment? In one of the chambers. The heart. Your back is killing you. Your knee. I know it's my money worries. I'm releasing it. You have to. You're not allowed to have any money worries. You're provided for. Money's just something that was put into the equation after, just to create more fear and to keep us controlled. You've got to like pay your way. We are the only species that has to pay to actually eat and to live here on Earth. So what else would you say? Your back's killing you. I know it's not. Oh, we've done that one. You can run, but you can't keep running away from the truth. And that's what the back of these tarot come up with. Perfect for tarot readers on the run. The thing is, there is no truth within spirituality. Everything's revealed. And it's revealed when you're emotionally stable. Because if these truths were like, if you knew all of the truth without being emotionally ready, it's gonna like be a big head fuck, isn't it? You have to be able to get your head around certain things. So but there are no truths. There are no truths. There are no truths that are not available to you. That's a good way to say it. Because we're all seeking outside of stuff that we know. We already know everything. It's like we know the plan. For one, we don't trust ourselves when we're told it. That is the truth, but we do know the truth. So let's have a look at this making a wish. Lucy, they just showed the Giraffe Hotel on TV. what did I see? The song that come on earlier, I saw something myself that reminded me of Africa, Laurie, and the song come on earlier, Africa. And I remember thinking, so that's been coming back. Do you think that'll be next year, Laurie? Off to Africa. Loyalty is the key. The dog is unconditional love, and so am I. Well, now that you say that, we pay to live here is kind of weird in itself. Exactly. So anytime that you feel you're not, yeah, yeah, the rain's down in Africa. I was actually singing them lyrics, and now I'm scared I've got the words wrong. What is it? I chase the rains down in Africa. What was we just saying about that? About the money. Yes, don't you think it's a bit weird? I think it was Ralph Smart that actually said that, about we're the only species that actually pays to live here. It's like the animals don't worry, do they? And like if I didn't feed like my cat and it was like feral, I'm sure that they would eat. They can look after themselves. We'll just become quite domesticated, haven't we? My cats love living here. They're so loved. So they're relatively. I don't know how old Jasper is. He could be about 12. I don't know. My cats don't have birthdays. I don't even know how old Tia is. I normally feel that Tia's only like a couple of years old, but she's had a litter of kittens, and I've lived here for quite a while now, 6 years. And I don't for a couple of years. I don't know how old my cats are, but I don't. They look all good and healthy. They've caused me no. Jasper did as a kitten. When he was younger, he caused me issues because he wouldn't stop. He still doesn't know. He scratches, and I had so many tests done on him, and it come back with nothing. And they had me doing everything. They said that I had to take him to see a psychiatrist. I said, "You are fucking shitting me, aren't you? I'm not going to take my cat to see a fucking psychiatrist." They said that he's got issues. She wasn't nice to you. I'm not you take you back to the vets. They don't understand you at all. So they had me putting a comb around his head and giving him steroids every night. And I'd have to have these certain plugins and I'd be ordering in certain food for the diet. And it was just all a load of bullshit just to keep me paying out so much money on my boy. And now I just leave him. Like for years I've left him. It's just like he's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with him. He's just the way that he is. Anyway, so I'm quite protective over him. He's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with him. He is the most cutest, lovable cat. Aren't you, darling? Jasper? Curled up in a little ball. Like you see the cats in the basket. Anyway, Lucy. Yeah. Look, that's him now. Okay. So much for freedom. We've become dependent upon others. That's exactly it. Dependent upon the government, making sure we're okay. I mean, they're dishing out the money, aren't they? I've not seeked through this. I've not asked anybody, government for any. I can. It's like what goes through my head, and I'm being honest with you. It's like, Lucy, why are you going to the government for help when Divine is quite happy to provide for you? It's like, oh, sorry, I forgot. Forgot. Because people, they just want to get whatever they can out of the government, and a lot of talk about taxes, how much they tax you, and it's like, I thought we told you, you don't need to go seeking like outside of yourself. You don't need to go asking for like You don't have to put the victim t-shirt on. You don't have to play poor. You're absolutely fine. People that are really like panicking during this time, it really says a lot about them and their faith. And a lot of people are having to think outside the box. The amount of, jobs that are on the line, it's not my world. It's not my world. We can be so creative, co-participants and co-mingle. Yeah. Hi, Lorna. How are you, sweetie? So let's move on to the Archangel Power Tarot then, and let's see what the deal really is, okay? And not what they're telling us the deal is. Stay away from any injections. You're back? T-Rose, I missed you. I missed you. I felt T-Rose wasn't in the... because I said something that T-Rose would have been interested in. I don't know what it was, though. Cocoa Nuts or Cocoa Pops? Because I'd rather have a bowl of Cocoa Pops. Because it turns the milk chocolatey. Cocoa Puffs. What are Cocoa Puffs? I bet they're Cocoa Pops. Now, Sugar Puffs. I love Sugar Puffs. Honey Monster. Come on, Sugar Puffs. Did you miss me? I missed you, Emily. Did I miss you? Did I miss Emily? Yes, darling. You've gone all quiet. Do you want to come and sit by the Christmas tree with Mummy? You don't have to come on camera. You can come and talk to us if you want. You go and sit in the little chair over there. Or you could come and make me a cup of coffee. I'm not someone that asks them to do that all the time. Oh my goodness. I remember being in a lot of houses and seeing that. Parents screaming at their kids if they wouldn't get up and make them a cup of tea or coffee. What I've heard, some of the stuff I've heard is absolutely disgusting. It's like, you fucking selfish, blah, blah, blah. Oh, what I do for you and you won't make me a fucking cup of tea. I've heard it all. I'm like, oh shit, mate. What it made me do was not actually really ask my children to do much for me. They're not here to be my skivvies. Yes, they should do. They're okay. They're okay. I'm not going to have a look at my, what I've done right or wrong. I've done what I've done. But I don't like that. You know, when you're sending your kid down the shop all the time and it's like, you just get, that's when you live on the estate. Happens all the time. Kids have to do everything. I've never asked Megan to look after Emily. I remember saying to Megan, you're not her mother and you're not her babysitter, and it's not your sister is not your responsibility. Because it's what I saw. I saw older siblings having to look after their younger brothers and sisters. And it's like even my children know their friends that have to do this. I mean, one of her friends, Emily's friends, Emily's 17, she was always off school. Why? Because my mum's ill. I have to look after my brother, my baby brother. This girl's had a baby now. Emily's only 17. This girl's had a baby. There's a mum herself. Anyway, I've got 3 cards. Lucky Charms. I don't like those, but Emily likes Lucky Charms. I just sent a request to join. Okay, Jeremy, I'll have a look at it, sweetie. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I was thinking about opening it up a bit. We can always I think we can block people. We don't really have much trouble, though. Beautiful girls, both of them. They are, and they're both so different. My girls are just so different. I don't even think they look like sisters. So similar colour hair. Megan's more strawberry blonde. Emily's more blonde. Who is it, Tia? It's Emily. It's me. I know. Come and make Mummy a cup of coffee, darling. You don't have to come on camera, but you come and just speak and have some company.
Hello.
Emily's in the room. I've not seen you all day, darling.
I know. I've been hibernating.
Been hibernating? That's good. That's good. Do you want my coffee cup?
Yep.
Thank you. You can come and sit and chat. No one can see, darling. We've got 15 online.
I know.
You know? Have you been watching, Mummy? Yeah. Little secret agent. No secrets. There's no point having any secrets. My kids, there's no point. I don't want to do that. That's not saying that I tell them everything, right? I don't go and tell them everything, but if I'm asked, then how did video do? They love it. How did video do? They love it. Okay. I'm not sure what that means. Let's have a look. Oh, her school. I don't know. We'll ask her in a minute. I don't know if she handed that in. Her video for school. I don't know what happened with that. The outcome. She's got the kettle on at the moment, so we know there's no point in trying to speak to one another because we kind of just go, I've got the kettle on, I can't really hear you. I thought it was fantastic. So we'll talk to her about it. She might get her phone on. I don't think, well, she might, I don't know, she could budge in. I don't think she'll come on camera. Anyway. Right, okay, so what I've got in front of me before Emily comes in, I've got the 9 of Raphael, the 3 of Gabriel, that's the card of manifestation, and justice. I like that. Let me read these, and then we'll have a chat with Miss Emily. Let's read 9 of Cups. This card's been coming up a lot for the masculines. It says, make a wish. Now your hopes and dreams become a reality. So you do have hopes and dreams then, because not many people do, okay? I was telling this story to my eldest daughter, Megan, yesterday. I said, I remember, it wasn't even that many years ago. So I'd had like my head shaved. So we're talking, it would have been 2017, I think. 2017. Anyway, I'm just putting a time. So it wasn't that many years ago. So let's just say, 4 years. Let's say 4 years ago. And I was at like a kind of reunion. And from all the kids I used to hang around with when I was younger, because my mum had like a single parent group. So I was raised with a lot of children that come from single parent homes. So to be able to see all these kids like years later, and it was something we was talking about, and obviously I'm an optimistic person and I have all these dreams and goals. And it was actually my middle sister, because it took me by surprise. And she just says, Lucy has dreams, I don't. And and a bloke turned around and he said, oh, I had like this dream last night. She said, that's not what I mean. She said, Lucy has dreams and I don't really have any. And I thought that was interesting. I thought everyone had dreams, hopes and goals. And I do believe after that time, though, that she really started to kind of, she was coming up with more, creative things and ideas that she wanted to get into. So it's interesting that she could actually see that I had dreams and she didn't. Anyway, let's get back, because we're not in control of anyone else's alignment or vibration, only our own. So make a wish. Now your hopes and dreams become a reality. So you've got to have them, guys, for them to be able to be real. Financial and material gratification. This is nice. We need to pay attention here. Financial and material gratification flows to you as a reward for all of your hard work. So you need to be grateful and appreciative of everything that you have when it comes to like financial and material matters. Okay, you have everything that you need. You are not lacking. It says, I've got to repeat that. Financial and material gratification flows to you as a reward for all of your hard work. Worries fade. Fears dissolve. Life is magical. It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic. What is it, Emily? It's a kind of magic. Yeah. Beauty and happiness are yours. Life feels joyful, and there is finally an opportunity to kick back and have some bloody fun. It doesn't say that, but well, it does say beauty and happiness are yours. Life feels joyful, and there is finally an opportunity to kick back and have some fun. Additional meanings of this card: dreams coming true, simple pleasures of life, contentment, sensuality. On page 111. Loyalty, Oh, just loyalty. We move on to the 10 of Raphael. What's new, pussycat? The guys want to know, how'd you get on with your video? What did the school say to it about it? Did you hand in that one? Did you adjust it?
I had to send in other audio recordings.
You had to what?
Send in other audio stuff so they could put it on top of the video.
Did they take out you sticking up your middle finger? So they left it in? You didn't get told off? Well, that's awesome. Do you get like marked on it? A grade?
Not for that video.
Okay. Are you off?
Good.
What was that?
Yeah.
Can I tell them? She's knitting. How are you getting on with your scarf? She's knitting a scarf.
Really good.
Really good.
Really good.
How many hours now? What's your flight time?
I don't know, maybe
12 hours worth of knitting.
maybe more. I don't know.
Okay. Love you. So she's knitting. On these, it's like when she was younger, I got her to learn how to knitting book and wool, and she's found the bag, and so she's like, yeah, knitting. It's big, a long scarf, and she's just using all this different wool, but she was sitting there last night just knitting away. She said, I've watched 2 movies while I've been knitting. I said, it's very therapeutic, isn't it? So she's knitting a scarf. She is so creative. It's fun. Yes, it's fun, darling. She might be knitting and actually listening to us now. It's fun. It is fun, sweetie. I get her a pattern and she can knit herself like a jumper. So it's good. Yeah, it's good. I am indeed. She sounds just like her mother. So Emily's there, but listen, she's knitting. She's got a little hole in it, but I said, that's all right. I'm full of personality. Too cute. Enjoy it. She's upstairs knitting, listening to us. Can we have a look at the 3 of Gabriel now as our ships are coming in, guys? So, good message here. Good message. So you don't need to be telling yourself any bad messages, do you? Because they're all good. Come on. The messages are good. The 3 of Gabriel. Prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So what I pick up from here is prosperity arising from wise planning. You're a wise being and you're working with the wise divine to co-create with you, okay? So there's prosperity that's going to arise from you. I can hear a noise over there. Oh no, it's raining outside. Sounds like my Christmas tree's like crackling. Oh no, there's a window up there. It's a window. Okay. Snap, crackle, and pop. Gone on to Rice Krispies now. Okay. It's time to take the next step. I believe you're going to know what that next step is. The divine is guiding you guys. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So I feel like you can't be too optimistic here. Your plans are going to turn out as expected. So let's have a look at this. 3 of Gabriel. It's 11 o'clock, nearly. 1 minute to go. Thank you for my coffee, Emily, darling. 3 of Gabriel. It's very nice. It's quite strong, actually. Not that that's a bad thing, Em. It's not like Emily doesn't like to disappoint me. It's not that I don't know. She just likes to. It's lovely. It's actually it's really nice. It's just right. I don't know if you could see the colour of it. It looks a bit dark, but it's not. It's got the right amount of coffee whitener and milk and sugar. She makes a really nice cup of coffee. That's why I ask her to do it sometimes. That's good. Okay. Let's read this card. Cause we are gonna be forever, you and me. Lighthouse family. Where's Mark? He's probably a busy boy. He'll jump on if he's free. She's gone back to watching you in the background. Jeremy, she's all right, Emily. She doesn't do it secretively. She records me and if you ask Emily for material about me, this is no lie, I can hear her laughing. She has a lot of footage of me. She records me all the time, like doing really stupid stuff. So like, I'll just be acting normal and Emily will be recording me. So we have one, and I'm not lying, am I? Because my daughter's like on the other end. It's normally with Jasper, and we're rocking the baby. So I'll be rocking him. We're rocking the baby. And then I've got one where he's on my lap and I've got my laptop here and I'm trying to order Domino's pizza. And I swear, and I'm like, fucking 20 odd pounds? No, you can get it cheaper than that. And then I'm like, Jasper, you have a look and get me a discount or rocking the baby. Me ordering pizza. I was on the floor the other night with Jasper. I was dancing. She's got me dancing to stuff as well, all the time. She finds it quite amusing. I'm just like, can I not just be me, please? It's like, I know I'm on camera all the time, but when I'm here, it's strange mother. Anyway, apparently you've made some good choices. It's always fun. You've made some good choices and now your ship is coming in. So don't worry about the choices that you think weren't maybe good or what others say. I mean, I've had to take this on board. People, how they view me and my parenting skills. Well, I'm immature, aren't I? Not responsible. And really, in a lot of people's eyes, I'm not really guiding my children the correct way. So maybe that's why no one else is around. I'm just left to raise my children, which is we have a very nice life. They like me and my parenting skills. So I believe so. Anyway, that's good. You have to believe that your kids, actually like you as their mum. She does. She loves me dearly. I know she does. She tells me all the time. She's a cute one, Emily. She'd just come and cuddle me. She's just cute. And she knows she's cute. I tell her all the time she's adorable. You've made some good choices. Yeah, I had these amazing children. And now your ship is coming in. As you wait for it to dock, okay, so the ship's docking. That takes a while. You guys been on a cruise ship? Do you know how long it takes to dock? Okay. As you wait for it to dock, it's an excellent time to consider your next steps. Emily, Florida? She wants to go to Florida, darling. We've been talking about this. We need to maybe start planning it. Okay. We've missed the sentence. Long-term planning is a good idea. What is your next adventure? What actions are required in order to make that endeavour a reality? So I'm thinking about like Florida, but that means then I have to kind of delve into that. So I need to be watching the YouTube videos of Florida, of Disneyland. Emily does that all the time. Every time I have gone to Florida, how many times have I been to Florida? I think I've been to Florida 3 times. Emily's been to Paris and we've been to California, Disney. But every time I went to Florida, I actually got like the guidebook and kind of highlighted everything that I wanted to do, all the little secrets. And so for that to actually come about, I would say that you need to do a vision board and actually start planning this as if like you're going next week. So what is your next adventure and what actions are required in order to make that endeavour a reality? where you need to want it, you need to desire it, it needs to be in your sphere of interest. You may need to travel for business purposes. Yeah, to have some bloody fun. Can't think of a better place to go. Disney. Review your options while you keep your enthusiasm high. You might just be settling for like just craving to have like a little breakaway, I don't know, anywhere. And it's like, no, aim higher. Where do you really want to go? I'm always taken back to Florida. I just bloody love Florida. What's that? Twitch is good. I watch on there while knitting. What's Twitch? Is that like Stitch's companion? Twitch and Stitch? Stitch. Oh, Switch. What's Switch? What are you guys, what's Emily chatting about here? Looks like I'm about 1 full minute behind. Are you? You'd listen to Twitch. Where's she talking about Twitch? While gaming. Oh, here we are. Jeremy, you started this off. I used to do that same kind of thing years ago. I listened to Twitch while gaming. The hell's Twitch? Twitch is a place where gamers play games and people watch. Oh, so the stuff that you're into, Emily. Oh, that's why I don't know. Never been. Me neither. And I just, that's not for me, gaming. I don't really want to sit there. She can sit there for ages. It's where you watch. Oh, okay, it's where I watch Tukio. Yeah, he's awesome. But I just watch Tukio because he's just like sunshine. It's not. They tell me I need to get some kind of account because I chat to these people. I do chat to the people when Emily's in room with them. I get my tarot cards out. So I take over. Then I'll leave the room and they'll start talking about me. And I know they do. Anyway, Tukio's awesome. I'd like him to come on the channel with me and have a chat. I'm trying to get him to collab. He's a really nice young man. But yeah, it's like I've got YouTube, but I haven't got time to be doing all that on different platforms. Oh, that was a message that was coming through earlier, is that we're on the platform. We're like waiting. I streamed playing piano on Twitch. Did you? I'm just trying to stick to the one bloody platform, really, of YouTube. Otherwise, I'll be all over the place. Besides all other video games. Yeah. Megan and Jamie's into video gaming at the moment. Keeps the mind alert. Marco, you do Twitch too? Sherry, you're feeling left out. I didn't even pick that one up, Sherry. Sherry's called him Mario. It's me, Mario. Oh. Anyway, right. Can I get on with this? Oh no, I'm exposed. There's no secrets, Marco. There's nothing to be ashamed of. My daughter's not ashamed to tell you that she's doing her knitting. There's no point, is there? If we're doing anything that we're ashamed of, then surely maybe we shouldn't be doing it. Or who's put that shame on you? Who's told you you can't do what you want to do? As long as you enjoy it and you're not using it, to bully or to be nasty. Oh no, Twitch emotes. What does emotes mean, Emily? Memes is another one, isn't it? They show me these memes. I just don't. Megan showed me a meme yesterday and she's absolutely cracking up. And she said, look how this bloke says this. And I'm like, I don't get what you're. And she's like, don't you find this? I'm like, I don't really get what I'm meant to be looking at. My humour's totally different, especially to Megan's humour. So she's cracking up. And it was like the word nice. And I'm like, what? Oh dear. Emotes. I thought that could be like an emoji. Emotes. But Twitch has their own. Do they now? Okay. You can use open source software to record and cast, to multiple platforms in the same time. Now, see, my kid knows how to do all this, and she watches me struggle just by using YouTube. So I showed Megan my presentation. I'm doing a presentation on the root chakra, and I'm like, Emily watched it. She said, "I'm really impressed with your transitions." I said, "See, my kid's impressed with my transitions." Thank you, darling. Megan went to me. Yeah, well, it needs some work. That's what Megan goes. It needs some work, and I studied all this. She said, and I'm like, "You can do this for me?" And she said, "Oh yeah, I studied all this." And I said, "Well, don't bloody sit back and watch me struggle with it." "Oh yeah, I can do all this." "Right, you little madam." She's like, "Just write it all down." I'm like, hilarious. Anyway. Right, let me carry on with this story of Ariel, because we've been on for 2 hours and 6 minutes chilling by the Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. The work you've done so far will yield fantastic results, so there's no need to worry. If it takes a little while for you to get a return on your financial or energetic investment, just have patience. That's awesome. The work you've done so far will yield fantastic results, so there's no need to worry. If it takes a little while for you to get a return on your financial or energetic investments, just have patience. Additional meanings of this card: self-confidence, teamwork, optimism, unexpected outcome. And then we have justice here. Card number 8, Archangel Regul. Fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favour. Don't give up like ever. Quitters never win, and winners never quit. Justice. Card number 8. The angels sent you this card as assurance that the right decision will be made. And I feel like this is you guys. You are capable of making good decisions, the right decisions, and you will make the right one. So we've got these scales here that appears at the beginning of the reading, look. The angels sent you this card as assurance that the right decision will be made. Court cases, settlements, or other issues decided by third parties will be ruled in your favour, where situations had previously become unfair. Archangel Regul can help restore balance between the people involved, and you will soon be able to put this challenge behind you. And I feel like anyone who's treated you unfairly, who has seriously disrespected you without do I say without cause? Because there's a cause behind all of it, and mostly it's to actually excel you. But anyone that's disrespected you, treated you unfairly, and you know that you've been treated unfairly. Court cases, settlements, or other issues decided by third parties, so that felt like it was taken out of your hand, will be ruled in your favour, where situations had previously become unfair. Archangel Regul can help restore balance between people involved, and you will soon be able to put this challenge behind you. Karma's being served, guys. Good and proper karma. There's like something keeps flashing over there. It could be my phone. It's next to remote control. Oh, do you know what that's taking me to? The film Switch. What's the film Switch about? You talk about Switch. Who's that in there? Is it Adam Sandler or not? Is that called? No, it's not called Switch, is it? Switch. Okay. Now I've gone to Will Smith. What's that film called? That's not called Switch, is it? It's a dating, isn't it? I don't know. Right. I need to get back to justice. This card also brings a message of empowerment, that the situation you find yourself in was partially created by previous choices you made, and therefore new choices can bring about new results if you desire. If you desire, it's all about your desires. What is it you desire? This card also brings a message of empowerment that the situation you find yourself in was partially created by previous choices you made. Maybe you didn't have any desires or dreams. Maybe no one ever showed you or taught you how important it was to goal set and dream boards, goal setting. So, and therefore, new choices can bring about new results if you desire. Got to start desiring. It is very important to make fair and carefully measured decisions at this time. And I want to say about you going after what you desire, no one else. What it is that you desire. Okay, otherwise, well, if you're desiring things that maybe aren't your desires but are other people's desires because you think it will make them happy, that's like me saying, I desire to go to Disneyland if I couldn't stand Disneyland or Disney World. And I was just going because I knew my kids wanted to go. And I didn't plan on having any fun, or I was just doing it to please my children. That's not a good desire to have. I want to go to Disney because I want to go to Disney. And it's more fun to go with other people or my children, and we can have discuss then our memories that kind of are created after. And I can plan it with them as well, and we can get excited together. Otherwise, I would go to Disney on my own. That's not a problem. I love Disney. It's not an issue. But it's fun to have fun with others. So make sure it is your desire. Okay. It is very important to make fair and carefully measured decisions at this time. Kindness and justice must always be extended towards everyone involved. Well, that's kind, isn't it? Asking your children, would you like to come to Disney with me? I'm going to Disney. Would you like to come as well? Okay, you can jump on my desire. Divine will allow you. My kids know what it's like when I want something and I put my intention on it. They know that I have a way of making my wishes come true. And it's quite fun actually hanging out with me when this is all manifesting. Nintendo Switch, I think. You wanted one of those, didn't you, Emily? A Nintendo Switch. I remember your sister. Your sister thought actually at one point you was a bit obsessed about wanting a Nintendo Switch. You didn't get a Nintendo Switch, did you, Emily? No. Okay. So I think you were pestering for me to get you a Nintendo Switch. And it was like, now you can manifest your own Nintendo Switch. Not all my children's manifestations come through me, although that would be a real easy life, wouldn't it? There's someone there. Emily switched. She's not watching us anymore. She'll be on maybe one of them other platforms. Okay. Anyway, let me just quickly catch up. Oh, did I read all that card? I feel like it's going to be a hot and sticky night tonight in bed. I don't know. Okay, don't say that because you know what I've just done, don't you? I've just attracted. This is why you've got to be careful. I've just attracted a hot and sticky night in my bed tonight now. Okay. It's like, I can't even say what Jamie said, but Jamie, well, I can. But I had to stop him. When I said to him, are you just going to go and rest now? He's like, yeah. He said, who knows next? I might fall down the stairs. And I'm like, don't fucking say that. If I find you at the fucking bottom of the stairs, stop bringing this stuff on upon yourself. Hey, Jasper. You want to come up for a cuddle? You can. Don't keep looking at the laptop like you're going to. Come over here. Come on. It's all right. I'm nearly finished. He keeps choking on me. And it's because he purrs so much and gets so happy. His tail goes, you know, you can look at his tail now and it's not that fluffy. I don't know if you can. Just you have to kind of turn around, show them your tail. It's not that fluffy. And then when he gets really happy, it's like massive. And it doesn't take long either for his tail. So it's quite, at the moment, it's not that fluffy. But he's been purring and then cooing afterwards. And then choking. It's like it's too much. It's like, I'm too happy. I think I'm going to die in happiness. Come on, sweetie. He's doing it. His tail's really bushy. You can't see his tail. Oh, he's doing this now in the cover. And the head goes down, the nose goes down so it can actually touch the material. He likes my dressing gown if I've got a dressing gown on. Mummy's not sat down, really, and giving you a cuddle, has she? No. My little basil brush. That's what I call it. Look, it's like a fox's tail. It feels like you've got Emily or Megan's hair. It feels like it was like fishing wire, fishing line. Okay. Let's finish reading. You go lay down over there then. That's it, sweetie. I'm getting off soon, yeah? Okay. Got a big towel now. You see it? I love it. I love the colour of it. Okay, I'll leave it. I was just having a look at your towel. Why does it go like that? Hmm? Sometimes he just sits on the arm and just stares at the Christmas tree. At the moment, he started standing by like the front door a lot and just like looking out the cat flap. Just sits there. He's like in his own little world. That's what the energy feels like. Not really knowing where you're wanting to go. And okay. You might fall off, darling. You're kind of the blankets. If you could see how he's sitting, he's. I don't think you're going to be able to see. Let me. I don't know. Look, his bum's there, see, but he's like he's just about to like. I look like a mermaid. You want to be a mermaid with me? Your legs are all round like that, but you could easily slide off the sofa, dude. I'm just warning you because, yeah, pick yourself up a bit. That's it. Okay. Are you on? Let me just show you where the side. Okay, right. He's laying there. I'm coming back. And then we're going to have to get off. 2 hours and 17 minutes. It's 2-3. Oh, it's 11:22. I could say it's 2-3-2-2, but the actual time is. Let me just pull my charger out because Emily tells me off. Don't overcharge it. Once it's charged, it's charged. Okay, we get that one. I miss so much. Bedtime, Lucy. Be well. Lucy and be well. Good night, Jonathan. You can use your open resource that we've done that one. You should have a teacher. That they don't want to be the teachers, Sherry. I like teaching people. Like I would show, yeah, if I knew I would show them. But it's I think they're still stepping into that, having the confidence to actually do it and like teach me. And anyway, that's what I'm believing. You can get your chat okay to moderate. I actually have no idea if there are any readers on Twitch. Interesting. I think there are a few, just not many people watch them. All these new different platforms keep coming up, don't they? I just feel that the best platforms for me is YouTube and Facebook. I've never really gone off into like Instagram. It's way too many. And I think I just want really my guys kind of to have, to find me in one place. You hear these other readers go and follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and then you've got YouTube, and then if you want additional readings, you have Patreon and Vimeo, and it's like, seriously? I'd lose interest. I just want to find, okay. Right then. So I'm about half an hour behind. Who was only Jeremy? You was just 1 minute behind. I'm about half an hour behind now. I think a lot of people gave up on dreaming and believing that wishes do come true. Excuse me. That's terrible, isn't it? Oh no, I did get done. Melissa said yes, Emily. My kids at school talk about that. Nintendo Switch, I think. Isn't Switch a game thing too? That's what I was going to, Switch. I thought that was, yeah, the Nintendo. There's someone there. Okay. Pretty boy. Hey, Jasper. Miss my pet so much. Cat's name is Wally. It was nice to talk with you guys again. Lots of love. It's nice for you to be present, Jeremy. Melissa, I love that I have 2 cats and their tails don't fluff up that much. It's great. And their tails, they don't fluff up that much. His tail really fluffs up. Hi, Stephanie. Okay. Sayonara, Mona me. Are you saying goodbye? Peace, twins. I don't know. Listen, I struggle with English. Don't tell yourself that, Lucy. You're very good at English. Yes, I am, aren't I? I'm improving. Hi, Lily. He's purring away there. He's got his face like buried in the blanket. I worry sometimes that he can't breathe, but I'm sure he's capable of looking after himself. I'm sure cats don't really like suffocate themselves. Oh, you've got your eyes open. You're hiding in the covers. You're too cute, Jasper. So kindness and justice must always be extended towards everyone involved. So that's what you need to focus on, being kind and just. Just kind. The additional meanings of this card: seek equality, set aside emotion, do the logical thing, and review legal papers carefully. Archangel Vagul is the angel to call upon whenever you find yourself in a challenging situation with someone else. He can soften the energy between 2 people or even groups so that a peaceful and harmonious resolution can be found. That's why I love our group. It's peaceful, it's soft, it's funny, it's a good space. I like this space, guys. Hi, Original, sweetie. I didn't get to call you this evening. Okay. I feel like your energy, I don't know, when you messaged me earlier, it's like I do want to talk to you, but it's like, let's just see what, I'll speak to you tomorrow, I think. If you're free, that is. I'm sure you are. Good evening, everyone. I'm here, just feeling the comfort of being here. Good. I've had a rough time, so being kind to myself right now. Yeah, I want to speak to you about that as well. Very interesting. But I felt like we wasn't to talk why the energy was raw. Be very interesting. It's a long live. Emily's friend Tukio, he does like all-nighters, lives all night and that. How fun would that be? Should I do an all-nighter? Seriously, I could. I got more raw. Yeah. And that's why I felt, because sometimes, you know, when something happens, it's just like, it all has to sink in, and then, well, the mind can do a classic on you. Okay, I'm going to get wrapped up soon. The shower's on upstairs. So it's 11:30 at night. Lots of parents would go mad, wouldn't they? The kids having a shower at 11:30 at night doesn't bother me. I'm not asleep. They're cool. They wouldn't do it if I was asleep. So that's what you're going to hear. The shower's right above me. So, but it's all good. Okay, it's a long live tonight. Shall I have another little flick? I hear you, Original. Yeah. I was like that with Angie today. I could totally resonate with what she was saying. So we'll catch up tomorrow, Original. And yeah. Message me when you're awake in the morning. If you don't mind, that is, when you're free and awake. And I'll see where I'm at. Okay, I've opened up to, I'm just doing the bit where, you know, you open up a book and you flick through. I've kind of stepped on what? I don't know, but we're going to read this. It says stepping or stopping stones. So it sounds like kind of relevant. Stepping or stopping stones. Once you've arranged your goals in the order of their importance, you should list the obstacles that stand between you and your objectives. If there wasn't something between you and your goals, you would already have everything you want. After you've listed your obstacles, you can formulate a plan to overcome them and set a time schedule. Most of them obstacles are just fear. I love that, how he put here. If there wasn't something between you and your goals, you would already have everything you want. After you've listed your obstacles, you can formulate a plan to overcome them and set a time schedule. Most management authorities believe that when you properly identify a problem, you have it half solved. Very true. You'll be amazed how much faster you overcome the obstacles once you identify them. Fear, I'm telling you. As you overcome the obstacles on your way to one goal, the obstacles on the way to other goals will fall more easily. And they do. Fear is the biggest thing. You have to ask yourself, what are you afraid of? I imagine most of you have experienced most of your fears now. One of the biggest, actually, of your fears was falling in love and not being able to have that love. That one happened, didn't it? You did fall in love and you wasn't able to have that love. So thank the Divine Masculine for actually making you face your biggest fear, and that's rejection, abandonment, feeling as if you need someone else to make you happy, finding a love and then not being able to have it, your worst fear. Well, you've had that one, you've lived that one. Okay, so you can let that one go now. Been there, done that. Seriously, because we're talking about what is your worst fear? Not being able to be with the one that you love, that you truly love. Being rejected by the one that you truly love. All happened, guys. You've lived out your biggest fear. And now that you've overcome it. So not really afraid anymore. It's amazing, really, when you look at it like that. Your Divine Masculine got you to live out your biggest fear. And it can't come really. Well, yes, hi, Mark. Laurie called you in. So, okay, that's it. Nice Christmas tree, thanks. I think it was Laurie who was inquiring where you were earlier. Great point, Lucy. Thanks. Well, if it helps a little bit, you know what I mean by saying that, don't you? It's just like, what's your biggest fear? Being rejected, abandoned, being told that your feelings, are not returned. You kind of know, being ghosted, being ignored. And it all got you to this point of realizing you don't need to seek outside of yourself. You don't need someone else to make you happy. Happiness itself is its way to happiness. Hello, everyone. Lucy, I'm driving home from work. How's everyone doing today? Driving home for Christmas. How are we doing today? It's a bit of a sensitive, tender day. Tender love, love so tender. I close my eyes and drift away over the fear that I will never find a way to heal my soul. Of course you're going to, what do you mean? I close my eyes and drift away over the fear. Yes, I like that. Of course you're going to find your soul. Your soul wasn't lost. You just become disconnected from your soul. Got too caught up in the 3D bullshit. I call it the deafening silence. Lots of people are scared of that silence. Lots of people don't like spending time on their own. I know many are people that I actually know this when people are split up with a partner and they're sharing the children. So they find themselves maybe a Wednesday where the children are with like the other parents, and then maybe every other weekend, and they'd have to be out. They would have to be out socializing because it's like they just were not very comfortable. I love my alone time. I actually insist that I claim my alone time. And some people can take that the wrong way. It's, oh, you just want to be alone. I've had that as well. I'll just leave you in your own little. Take it totally the wrong way. where you just want to actually have your own space. But that feels really uncomfortable. Many people I know get up straight away in the morning and turn the radio on, or the TV. TV's a big one. It's like, okay. To actually sit in silence, the TV has to be on as background noise. It's just... Anyway, let me just finish reading this. So as you overcome the obstacles on your way to one goal, the obstacles on the way to other goals will fall more easily. Obstacles, what are they? This is interesting. I didn't know if I was going to read this bit, because it says, in the preceding chapter, I discussed a young man who had set what I considered to be an unrealistic goal of earning $1 million in a single year. My advice to him in goal setting was, instead of challenging for the financial championship of the My advice to him in goal setting was, instead of challenging for the financial championship of the world that first year, why not approach it on the same basis a fighter would approach his quest for the championship of the world? When a man enters the professional ranks as a fighter, he starts by challenging the man above him. After each success, and as he gains confidence and experience, he moves up the ladder. Many promising fighters have destroyed their careers by getting over their heads against competition that was too tough before they had gained the necessary experience. And that's exactly what, Sherry, what you were talking about, if you're still on, darling. Like what you're studying now, it just means so, because you're ready for it. It just resonates at such a level that you're ready for. That's really good. That was some really good reaching here. That was some really good reaching. Reach up for the stars. Reading. It's because it says here, in reaching and achieving your goals, I advised the young man, take it on a more gradual basis. In essence, I advised him to find out what the top man was earning. So you need to be studying the top spiritual teachers. That's what I do, guys. Okay. This would enable him to know what his target actually was. Then I urged him to research the average earnings of the people within his company. I further advised him to select a figure slightly lower than the average and set this as his goal for the first month. I felt he could do better, but I wanted him to have the initial confidence that goes with reaching a first objective. Confidence is the handmaiden of success. That's interesting. Confidence is the handmaiden of success. Once success to any degree is yours, it's easier to achieve greater success. Do something well, then it's easy to excel. Do something well, and then it's easy to excel. The only things that you really do well at are the things that you have a passionate desire for. So we have now been on for 2 hours, 33 minutes and 33 seconds. We're going to get this wrapped up. But I'm going to let you guys choose. Would you like a Mother Mary card or a Rumi card? I already know your answer. I stay way too busy to let silence bother me. I love silence. I like, if I don't have silence, it's just at some points, it's like it's a bit, yeah. I like silence. I'm going for Rumi. I don't think many people experience that. They're too busy. They're too busy. They have to, like, seriously make time to meditate. Like, they actually have to put meditation into their daily schedule because they just don't have time to even think, go within. A moment's peace, a peace of mind. That's what it is, peace of mind. It all depends what's going on in the background and how good you are at disconnecting from it. And I mean, if you're having to do that for quite a while, having to disconnect yourself from your environment, you really want to have a look at actually disconnecting yourself permanently from it. My mind is more peaceful. That is so good. Marco, you've come on so much than a couple of months ago. Yeah. I'm more tolerant than what I was a couple of months ago when there was a whirlwind inside my mind. That's the vortex. That whirlwind is a vortex. It's like you have so much to achieve. All those desires are swirling around in your vortex. You want a good investment, then get onto Amazon tonight and order Abraham Hicks. I think it could just be called The Vortex. But you actually get a CD with it. I've got to tell you, it's one of the best books. The audio is very good. Getting into the vortex. Make the investment. I'm sure it won't even be a lot. And buy them used. That's what I do. Used books. Interesting. I like it because you get to see, if people have used it like a study book, you actually get to see what they've highlighted. So you kind of have a look at, because you should always try and highlight in your books. Don't be scared about turning down the pages. It's there to be, it's a study manual. I've gone for Rumi. That's fine. It looks like you left it up to me anyway. Oh my God, I came here just in the nick of time. In the nick of time? Yes, of course. D. Geldorn. Hi, sweet lady, long time. I love silence. Silence is golden. Original. I sit in silence for long periods. I sit in silence for like, it can be an hour, 2 hours goes by and it's like, holy fucking shit. It's like, seriously, a long time. I don't worry about it now. I used to think that I was like wasting my time and like it was daydreaming and it wasn't important and necessary. But I do not look at things that way anymore. It doesn't get me anywhere to look at things differently, as if I should be doing something else. It's like, no, you should be doing this. And I just wasn't aware of what to kind of pay attention to what was coming through. So I sit in silence for long periods, listening to the changes of frequency in my ears. I've always had, how do you say this word? I know this word, but I've forgotten how to say it. Yeah, it's ringing in the ears. But now interpret the ringing as messages. Yes, that's exactly it. I was, how do you say that word? I used to know what this word was and I used to speak about it. Look, they've even taken it out. Tinnitus. Tinnitus. I went to an Abraham Hicks on an Abraham Hicks. No, hold on. I've listened to so much Abraham Hicks material. I don't think it was actually the cruise I was on. But anyway, I've listened to Abraham actually take that out of someone's ears. She removed it. She said, is the ringing with you now? She said, right, I'm going to just take it away. And just because Abraham said that they were taking it away, it disappeared. But I agree with you, that ringing in the ears is your own frequency. It's what I feel about glasses as well. I don't actually believe that you should be wearing glasses, okay? I believe that you have 20/20 vision. It's absolutely fine. Someone's told you that your eyesight was blurry, but who said that that was like, yeah, so I believe that, I've read somewhere else about a person that wears glasses, it's a distortion. They're trying to, anyway, try saying that to people who was blind as a bat, but maybe you're meant to be as blind as a bat. Megan asked me yesterday, she said, if you had to, like, drop one of your senses, what would you rather be able to hear or would you rather be able to see? This is what she said. And I said, I'd rather be able to see. And she said, I don't know, I think I'd miss the sounds. And I said, no, I'd rather be able to see. So that's interesting. I said, I'm not sure I'm going to have to make that decision. She's like, yeah, but isn't it when you kind of like lose your sight, then your hearing's heightened? And I said, well, isn't it the other way around as well? If you lost your hearing, wouldn't your sight be more of a, so interesting. What would you opt for? Well, let's not opt for, I'm going to opt for all my senses being at optimal health and full working function. But it's interesting, isn't it? You'd rather have your hearing? Anyway, we're going to enter with a roomie. Tinnitus. Yes, it's tinnitus. Tinnitus. Fuck. Fucking Google it. Whoop, there's lots going on my phone. What we doing? Tinnitus. How do you even bloody spell it? Lily, I don't know where you're climbing over there, sweet thing. Ringing in ear. And I want to know how to spell it. Just give me a load of medical shit now, guys. Okay. There it is. Tinnitus. A little bit more so you can hear it. Tinnitus. Ringing or buzzing in the ears. No explanations, because they can't explain it. And if you can't explain something, then someone wants to put some kind of explanation or label onto it. Some things you just can't explain. It's funny, a spirit. In spirit, none of those senses matter. And what's the one spirit? What's the one sense that we're not really taught about? How, well, really about any of it, and that's your sixth sense. They say you have 5 senses, do they? Don't we have a 6th sense, which is our main sensory, that we need to be told about, educated on, and learn to tap into more. Let me end with a Ruby message, because we're nearly on a 3-hour live here. And I want to go into song. So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Sacred Soul Sister. I absolutely love that card. I seem to have a few cards. Sacred Soul Sister. I'm going to read just the beginning of this. I've got some cards that have gone onto the floor. I feel like I'm going to read the whole of this message. I'm not sure what that card says yet. Lily, come here, sweetie. She's very unsettled. Come here. Come here. She's like, no, I don't want to come. Hey, little one. She's rubbing against the the trolley with all the cards in it. You'll get electrocuted. You go near that wire. I'm sure she won't. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put the fear in you. Please stay away from that electrical wire. Thanks. They have little wet noses, don't they? And if she puts her nose like by the cable, well, it'll be her own bloody fault, won't it? Yeah. So I've got 2 more cards here. Is there just 2? I'm going to read the first part, the little poem. Sorry, Jasper. Geez, I only moved my bum. Oh, he's so beautiful. Card number 37. I won't keep you too long, but apparently we're staying on for 3 hours tonight. It's like quarter to midnight. I was only trying to, the 6th sense. Okay. 37. So we could go back to the song. So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over. Another year is over. A new one's about. How can it be? A new one has just begun. A new one is about to just be begun. Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one. without any. What are you going to add? I'm going to add fears. War is over. I think that's what the song's called, isn't it? War is over. War is over. There's no fighting here on this channel, is there? We surrender. Let's have a look at the sacred soul sister. Hey, soul sister. When you are conscious, a cloud of sadness surrounds you. When you are beyond consciousness, the moon rests in your arms. When you are conscious, the beloved moves out of your reach. See what happens? When you are beyond consciousness, the ecstasy of love moves your way. When you are conscious, you are depressed, like fall. When you are beyond consciousness, the winter cold feels like spring. All your wavering is due to your longing to be stable. Look for instability until you become stable. And there's nothing else to say, guys. You have to go through it all. Keep looking for instability until you finally become stable. And fear, that's what it all boils down to. You are stable because you're completely supported by the divine. You're the only one that's telling you that you're unstable. I love you. I am your other self. I am with you always. Your partner on this soul journey. I am the you that you do not see. I am the you that speaks through intuition and instinct. I whisper and sing and shout my crazed truth-telling to you through your dreams, through your body. I am the you that is wise, that trusts in life, that knows. I am the you that sees reality rather than appearance. I am the you that knows how to be happy and free. Next card. This one seems to be crossed over, this one, look. Okay, should we go for this crossed over one first? The impossible made possible. It says I'm possible, guys. It's not impossible. It was an error. Another one of their errors that kind of really fucks up our world. These aren't little errors, are they? Errors of mistakes. It's like, okay. That's interesting because if I'm correct, the next card is what I believe is underneath. I think underneath is the Celestial Rose of Ma, which is card 10. But the impossible made possible is what we're on here. I'm just going to read the beginning part again. Love brings the sea into boiling and turns the mountain into a pebble. Love creates infinite openings in the dark sky and shudders the earth with its magnitude. Rumi. You're crying? That's good. That's good. It is. She spins, this great earth goddess, upon invisible strings amongst a wildly pulsating ballet of life. Stars are born, live and die all around her. Life moves in constant flux, and still she spins in her great, loving, constant pirouette. How can this be? All of creation is born from nothing, out of endless silence and darkness. Light emerges. See why it's so important to have that silence and the darkness, guys, because light emerges out of that. What strange magic is this? It's a kind of magic. The sun beats. It doesn't say that. It says the sun heats. I'm going to put that card down. The sun heats the solar system and burns with the power to destroy life. Yet, it is a force by which life is sustained. Surely this makes no sense and cannot be. We dance in the realm of the impossible made possible constantly, you and I. We are so engrossed in it, so familiar with it, and yet blind to it, that these constant impossibilities happening in every moment fail to inspire us. Yet what are your biggest, boldest, most extraordinarily impossible dreams? And Mark's just put there, dream big. Yet what are your biggest, boldest, most extraordinarily impossible dreams compared to this great impossibility of life itself? They are but tiny seeds in the Creator's masterful hand, being now planted in the heavenly garden. Yes, they are being planted right now, for the moon tells us the time is right. Most tenderly shall they be watched over, nurtured into fullness according to the season. Yes, that growth is assured. The impossible is now made possible. And it's you got to remember it's popping up in the spring. Where's this other card? It is the Celestial Rose of Ma. Card number 10. It's a nice order here, guys. 9 to the 10. 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. 9 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. Celestial Rose of Ma. Just one page to turn, Lucy. Let me just wash this taste out of my mouth. I told you I was tasting something which I felt like fear, but it is bitter. It's very bitter, the taste, when it comes. I can sense if anyone is showing fear around me or fear. I know when to back off from someone. I know if they're in a fearful state. Not because I'm frightened, but it's just I know that they are. The taste of bitterness becomes sweetness in love. It's quite sweet to be able to be warned when there's someone who's fearful around you. It gives you kind of guidance on how to treat them. Okay. The taste of bitterness becomes sweetness in love. The searching in the dark finds the light of faith revealed in love. Love transforms thistles into jasmine. Love layers heaven and gifts us with wings to soar into its mystery. Love transforms our every thought into a desire of the heart. Oh, love, how divine is your luring. Beauty flows from your unseen face. Your very nature is radiant with joy. You manifest vibrant hues in every flower. Your touch dazzles all creation, and every particle is attracted toward you, longing to unite and dwell in you. The Divine Mother offers me her rose. How rich that gift may be. I tear my flesh on its thorns and my blood flows. I curse myself for carelessness, and yet in my desire to grasp this gift, it happens again and again. Then I realise such is its scent, its beauty. How can I be tentative in my approach? My senses are drenched in beauty, and I long to inhale the exquisite perfume, to reach for the velvet dew of the petals, soft and delicate under my touch. Perhaps I will be scraped and I will bleed, yet that is not enough to deter me, to prevent me from accepting this gift. The magnificence of the bloom renders the struggle to enjoy it as a worthy, noble, essential pursuit. Of course, I understand something so precious must be protected. It must be allowed to live, more than this, to thrive. So those thorns are hooks that allow for growth for those that will bear the pain of the ascent to the rose's blooming heart. And those thorns are barbs that keep away those that will consume the creation without appreciating its worth and beauty. You're so here to create, guys, and anything that's going to try and prevent you from creating that life, that love, that beauty that you're here to help co-create with the universe. That's why you have these thorns, barbs around you, barbed wire. So those thorns are hooks that allow for growth for those that would bear the pain of the ascent to the rose's blooming heart. and those thorns are barbs that keep away those that will consume the creation without appreciating its worth and beauty. Yes, those thorns serve essential purpose. I cannot begrudge them. For I love the rose, and so I love what is necessary for her to be. So I love the thorns too. Quite beautiful, isn't it? Let's end with this last card though, because we've got 5 minutes. We've got 5 minutes until it's 3 hours. Jasper, sleeping. Is it bedtime? Well, it seems like it, doesn't it? I'll go to bed. Oh, look, you can actually see his little head, can't you? I didn't realise you could see his little head. He is sleeping, Emily. Are you telling me to go to bed, Emily? The one that I pass at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and she's just like, I come down the other night. It must have been about 1:30. I reckon it was that time. Not I really look at the time, but I got up to make myself a cup of coffee because I think I'd got off a video call and I was just about to like chill out, but I was going to bed, so I had a cup of coffee. And she's making herself like cauliflower and broccoli with cheese and this sauce. And I come downstairs and she's just kind of like, as if I was going to tell her off. I said, that smells nice. I don't really like cauliflower cheese or anything, but it did smell nice. Just wondering if my daughter's telling me whether or not it's bedtime. It's midnight. Oh, it is. It's 00:01. It's midnight. Okay. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Lucy. Very sweet reading. I've just got one more cardamom cookie, but if you're getting off now, darling, I am going to be getting off. 3 hour. 3 hour mark. Okay. It's a lovely card. It's the human gift. Laurie, card number 17. The human gift. It's nice because look at the colours here with the soul sister. Sacred soul sister. So is this us, divine feminines here? Look who's kind of look. It's beautiful. I love cauliflower cheese and Brussels sprouts. I had Brussels sprouts. When did we have Brussels sprouts yesterday? When did we have I was just about to say, when did we have Brussels sprouts, Emily? And actually answered myself. We had Brussels sprouts yesterday. They were nice. We maybe next time we'll have a few more because they were like really nice. Brussels sprouts. I'm carrying on, darling. I'm carrying on. Carry on regardless. You and Emily can have cauliflower cheese with Brussels sprouts if you like together. Oh, you're hungry. She loves foods, yeah. I'm just not a big cheese fan. So, card number 17. And then I'm going to go. 2 minutes past midnight. Let's listen to this message. I like these little readings. They're always good. All the readings I find are good. They make me feel better afterwards. It feels nice to have had a discussion. Oh heart, what is your excuse for all these blunders? Such loyalty is offered by the beloved, yet so much treason comes from you. Such kindness is offered by the beloved, yet so much defiance and resistance comes from you. Such grace is offered by the beloved, yet so much fault and failure comes from you. Such attraction is offered by the beloved with sweetness and generosity, yet such jealousy comes from you. With so much doubt and suspicion. It's interesting. Bless you. Emily says it at the same time. That was Jamie sneezing. That's what I love about it. It doesn't matter where we are in the house. If we hear someone sneeze, even if it's under our breath or we always go, bless you, bless you. And I was like, bless you. Jamie can't hear me. And I heard from Emily's bedroom, bless you. Such polite children. Bless you. Thank you. Teresa, thank you. I know that when I have and I've been having these really long sneezing fits, and I know the kids go, bless you, but they're just awesome. You'll notice someone who doesn't say that when we can be around other people, and if we sneeze, we all go, bless you, and other people would just be oblivious. They wouldn't even think about, I don't know. Anyway, it's a bit of an eye opener. Should we carry on with this? You love cheese on like a little rat. Taking me to Demolition Man with rat burgers. You don't like cheese on rats, do you? You like a little mouse, aren't you? Nibbling on cheese. Emily's a cheese monster. Yeah, she loves cheese. Okay, you're gonna so get on with Emily Moon Cooking. Everyone gets on with Emily. Everyone gets on with all of my guys. They're cool. Okay. It was here where it said, yet such jealousy comes from you, and I put with no such doubt and suspicion. So it's like there is this, there's no doubt that jealousy is around. People will be jealous of you once you tap into, do we call it the secret? It's available to everyone, but you've got to do the work. You've got to take the steps. Okay, the step towards your dreams and desires. So such attraction is offered by the beloved with sweetness and generosity, yet such jealousy comes from you with so much doubt and suspicion. Why be jealous of something that's available to you too? Do you bemoan your lack of faith? Oh, don't do that. Do you berate yourself, blazing angel, because you have moments where you cannot bring yourself to trust in love more than you trust in your fear? So I actually want to give you a tap. Do you lament and worry that you could or should be living in greater surrender? And yet, when is light's more precious than when it arises from darkness? When is trust more admirable than when it involves an uncertain yet bold leap of faith? O human angel, your path is perfection in the divine sense, not in some artificial absence of struggle, but in the wrestling of darkness and light that ignites the fire within your holy heart. So rise up now from your doubts and admonishments, and let your human self be loved. Even for all the doubt, you are still a cherished one of the great beloved and always shall be. Okay. Let's get this wrapped up. I've gone over the 3-minute mark now. 5 minutes past midnight, 7 minutes past midnight. Be kind to your heart. You may believe it to be weary from doubt and distrust, so much heartbreak and so many agonies, yet still it beats. Still it persists with unquestioning allegiance to life. What a grand heart it is, this sacred heart of yours. How can it be worthy of anything other than tenderness, gratitude, acknowledgement, and appreciation? Do not plague your heart with falsehood and expectations of some disembodied perfection. The perfection of your heart is that it loves still, even if you try to stop it with some notion of self-protection from future hurt through doubt or fear. Still, it loves. It is perfection that it hopes, even after despair, that it holds comparison, that it holds compassion, even after experiences of fear. So then, what is there left to do but breathe the grander sigh of relief and allow yourself the essential luxury of peace within? So then everything is all right, even if at some moments it seems not to be. Still your heart beats in honour of life. The heart can be nurtured and coaxed into gentle acceptance of all that is, and the divine sight will become available to you. So there is that divine sight that you're given access to when you're ready. So then everything is all right, even if at some moments it seems not to be. Still your heart beats in honour of life. The heart can be nurtured and coaxed into gentle acceptance of all that is, and the divine sight will become available to you. Yes, sacred sight is what is behind this oracle for you now, beloved. You are meant to be witnessing something important. Excuse me. Something that will make the presence of the divine in your affairs more real to you. That comes in with today's reading. Okay. You are meant to be witnessing something important, something that will make the presence of the divine in your affairs more real to you. It will be something you can come to count on at all times. And in that, gain greater peace and the realization that, yes, it is safe to trust and surrender. Indeed, it is the only safe, sane, and sensible way to live. It is also the most fun way to live. And you are allowed to live this way if you so choose. It is not shirking your duty as a responsible adult. Like I really give a fuck what people think anymore. Anyway, it is not deluding yourself and turning away from the real world. Rather, surrender is placing responsibility where it is best placed, firmly in the hands of that part of you wise enough to know the great beloved is wiser still, and that your life unfolds according to the great beloved's grace. So for now, take comfort in this oracle, just for a moment. Let your heart be honoured and loved by you, and imagine that you can crack open a window in the dustiest chamber. I felt something, I still feel it, it's up here in the top part here. What would that be? I just have to look to see whether that's my left or right. That's my left side. My left top chamber of my heart. That's what I can feel now. He looks so cute. Can you see him? I don't know if you can actually see him. Look. He's so cute. Bedtime story for Jasper. Look. I think he knows you can see him. It's when he has his eyes open, and I know he's just listening. So, okay. So for now, take comfort in this oracle. Just for a moment, let your heart be honoured and loved by you. And imagine that you can crack open a window in the dustiest chamber of your own heart temple to let the light of the divine stream in. You may see the angel reaching to assist you. You may see the angel reaching to assist you. You may receive the gift of understanding, insight, and revelation. You may feel peace, or you may finally allow your heart to break once more and shed those old grievances and be free and fresh to live and love again. Or you may quietly realise you are human, you are light and dark, of heaven and earth, and what a perfect blend you are of all that you can possibly be. You are an extraordinarily living divine experiment in the making, and you are sacred, cherished, and loved by the great beloved. So do not fear your fear, but do doubt your doubt with compassion. Let it be and let it go. You are human after all, and your journey is beyond description. Just remember, if you are ever in need of the great beloved, there is a place where sacred tryst is always available to you. In the temple of your heart, with the window cracked open, so that doubt can fly out and love can breathe freely. I can hear Lily meowing upstairs, bless her. She wants to go in Megan and Jamie's room. And they've let her in. She's the baby. Like, come on. That does take me to me and Emily. We've watched Divergent, and then there was, what's the next one? Insurgent. So very interesting. Divergent, they're all getting the vaccine. And then the second one, well, it turns out that Divergent, because you don't really fit into a category, you're all of them. That was the experiment. And then I think it's Allegiant, the next one. Allegiant. We might do that tomorrow night, maybe, with Emily. I haven't really seen her today. So interesting. Watch those. They are on Netflix. Where they are in the UK, I don't know whether you Americans, you have a great Netflix. I mean, you have such a big choice. My kids love it. They're like, wow, can you see what they've got on Netflix over here? I'm like, yeah, we call you lucky. Oh, lucky you. So worth watching. Pay attention to anything that you're drawn to watch at the moment. Big messages in there. Okay, let's finish this bloody reading off because we're 3 hours, 10 minutes and 33 seconds. This oracle comes with special guidance for you. You are special. It doesn't say that, but I just felt that when it was like special. Special. That is what you are. Treasure, Lucy. I can change the words. It's my world. This oracle comes with special guidance for you. You are, or soon will be, seeing with greater clarity and insight. Interesting, we'll talk about the sixth sense. Okay, so you're being told now, you are or soon will be seeing with greater clarity and insight a situation that has been obscured to you in the past. You may be startled by what you perceive, so much so that you second guess yourself or chalk it up to wild imagination on your part. You are asked to trust in your perceptions that when they come from the heart, although what you perceive may be darkness, there will be no judgment in it. See what is truthfully there. Be in the compassionate nature of your heart, and you shall also be shown the most graceful way to become clear and free of darkness, either within yourself or within others and the world around you. Let's do this sacred honouring ritual and then I'm going. Yes, much love to you all. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a long one, but well, I imagine that you had nothing better to do, otherwise you wouldn't be here. So thank you for joining me. Sacred honouring ritual. Place your hands on your heart. Let's do it. Both hands, but then I can't hold the book. We're going to do it. Place your hands on your heart and say the following. I love you. You are strong, brave and powerful. I can feel it vibrating. You are gentle, vulnerable and inspired. You are truth. You are insight. You are wisdom. You are life. I love you and you are safe. You are the divine made flesh. You are my precious heart, my precious connection to life. I adore you. Thank you for loving. Let us open the inner window, let the stale emotion out and breathe in fresh life now. For you are to be well and thrive according to love's grace and wisdom. I trust in what you know and what you see. In compassion, I honour all perceptions of truth. So be it. It's got extremely hot in here. You have finished your sacred honouring ritual. Very hot. Like my hands are like sweating the other side of that. That's how hot my heart is. Should we end with a you got this then? Are you guys still there? Did you fall asleep? The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Okay. You've got this. Aspire to inspire. Guys, I'm getting off. I'll catch you guys later. You've just gone all a bit quiet. This is the final message. Yeah, this is a good one. Don't let the fear of losing outweigh the excitement of winning. Don't let that fear get in the way. Guys, have a lovely evening. Sweetest of dreams, safest of travels. And I'll catch up with you a bit later on. Okay. Lots of love. Take care. Bye for now.